Avast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your wistfully wise and wildly wolfish DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more of a thrill than throwing my enemies into the great pit of Carcoon, there to discover new definitions of pain and suffering as they are slowly devoured over 1,000 years by the almighty Sarlacc, to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and a new season of my Humblewood world for more of Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the wimmy Rachel Fukar, the waggish Jack O'Brien, and the winsome Ro Ro. Yeah.
Winning like what a horse does?
No, wimmy.
Okay.
With an
I
M.
was like, what the...
Spontaneously fanciful or playful.
Excellent,
Wimmy.
I love it.
Like whimsical, yeah. Okay.
Waggish, humorous in a playful and facetious way. Or manner, and winsome, attractive or appealing in a fresh or innocent way. There you go. And I was like, wow, I can just dish these all to any of you. It really doesn't matter which one. There was also whiskered, but I thought I'd save that for a different time for Jack. Yeah. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Oh, we've also had a couple of new follows as well. Chuck Zero. And who was the other one I saw before?
Are you going to be like an NPC? Are you like saying it like again and again, like on repeat? Avast me, avast me, avast.
Yeah. Panda Pop and Chuck Zero, thank you very much for the follows, you bloody champions. Avast, matey, you wee scally. Avast me, avast, matey, you wee scally. Avast, matey, you wee scallywags. There you are.
You've got
You're
a
welcome.
backlog to get through. You got to do one for every person.
I think that enemy got the point. I think
Avast! Okay, yeah. You wee scallywags. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Rachel, who the absolute heck are you, and where can we buy your book?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social medias at Rachel Fukar, because that's my name and you can't have it. And I'll tell you about all the various creative things I do, like the book that I wrote that one time. It's called The Rings of Mars. It's like a sci-fi adventure type thing, trying to get to Mars. Things go badly. You can get the digital version on Amazon right now. I'm working on the physical copy. It's a thing. But who needs a book when you can read it on a screen? I don't know.
This is the 21st century. It's all screens
it's
now.
Fine.
Yeah.
Modern solutions for modern problems, people.
Book? Wrote? That? Jack, who the heck are you?
Hello there, my name is Jack O'Brien. I am a professional dungeon master / game master. You can find me at www.dungeonformaster. What the fuck words? www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. I've been streaming all day. And speaking of that, I also can be found on Twitch and the other socials at Jack Squarepeg, where I am finally living out my dreams, playing the first D&D character I ever played on Baldur's Gate 3. So if she dies, I will die inside, and then reload the save.
That's risky. Yeah, okay, good.
Because, I can do that. It'll be game over, right? Like yeah. Oh, well, okay. But you can also very soon on twitch.tv/JackSquarepeg, you will find this very Ro and other people that have been on this channel for a Call of Cthulhu game that will be set in 1892 in New Mexico. That's right, we're going western, y'all. And very exciting stuff, and more will be found there. Thanks for following. Thanks for your support.
Love it. And Ro, who the heck are you? Where can we buy your boat?
I'm Ro, and I should get into boats.
Yeah.
But for now, I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can follow me on Instagram at Crowdventurers to see photos of Charlie with the large ears, my very adorable dog, and photos of travel adventures that we have many of, as well as upcoming projects. And I'm here on Mondays.
That you are. And Mesdames, Messieurs, Damen und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. Tomorrow evening, Karen and I will be back for some more Roll Table for Two. A Roll Table for Tuesday, if you will. That'll be lovely and fun. And then on Thursday night, Jack and I will be back for a little 3-shot because it is the 3-year anniversary of my Humblewood world. And to celebrate, I'm letting someone else DM in it. Brendan will be running an adventure with us, and Jack's character Tali from our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign will be being joined by a few new characters in the setting. I will be playing. Now, what was it? Not Buhawi, it's the other one. Oh, that's really frustrating. I cannot now recall it. Oh, that's right. It was in the Discord. Yes. That Foxcall redeemed an NPC a while ago. A Gallus called Gallo Briarspur. So I will be being Gallo Briarspur. Because Foxcall liked this character concept so much, they had art commissioned of it. So yeah, Gallo Briarspur has some pretty dope artwork. He is a Gallus monk with a chain dart weapon. Like a rope dart, but on a chain, and it's very, very cool. So, yeah. They go hard, I know, right? Yeah. They were like, yeah, this is really cool. Well, I think they had the art commissioned and then bought the NPC after the fact. But I was like, we haven't had a chance to put him in yet, so I'm going to play him as an actual PC. Yes, Jack.
Sorry, no, nothing. Sorry, I was just kind of
you were just pointing at
out.
something.
Never mind. Yeah, all good. Sorry.
Very well. Then, what else have we got to say? Well, before we go any further, we do need to mention the Ukrainian people. They're having a bit rough right now, as you have hopefully heard. If you haven't, where have you been? Ukraine is going through a bit of a war with Russia at the moment, and that has generated, as it often does, quite a few refugees. So we are trying to support them as much as we can. If you have any charity dollars in your digital wallet, please consider chucking it over at the emergencyactionappeal.com.au. That will help. The link is in chat, and that can help those Ukrainian refugees. Over 8 million of them thus far. So it's not glorious, it's not grand for them, and if we can help, we'd love to. So thank you very much. Bless your hearts. And if you sneeze during that, bless you. So, we must also remind our whip-smart, warm-hearted, and possibly even wayfaring audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have the YouTube, and we have a Discord. And you could probably take that sound clip and put it into almost every other video, because I say it almost exactly the same way every time. Yeah, if you wanted to join us on any of those, you can find out what we're doing, where we're doing it, and how we're doing it, and possibly even with whom. So those are all great, and if you want to follow any episodes you may have missed, they'll all be on the YouTube as well. So catch yourself up on the 115 episodes plus of the current existing Humblewood setting. I'm following all the follows. Excellent, Bishop Bud. I assumed. I think before we go any further, we need to have a bit of a recap. What the absolute heck happened last time? Because I have spoken to several people about the Amber Temple. Whenever people talk about Barovia and Curse of Strahd, they say, oh, honestly, so many times nearly, the Amber Temple is such a dangerous place. I've never played Curse of Strahd before, so I didn't know this about the Amber Temple, but yeah, the number of people who've told me it was a party wipe or a near party wipe, or it's where the game ended.
Shit.
The Amber Temple is a dangerous place. A lot of people just stop their games there.
Survived!
You did. A party of 3 made it out. Yeah. I did.
Well, we had Willem.
You had Willem, you also had Helvig for most of it. Although, yeah, there was a degree of Helvig being... Helvig was swinging wild a lot of the time. There was one thing that I removed, but I didn't so much remove it as move it. And
I don't want to know these things, Josh.
Decreased
Don't make
it a
me
little bit.
feel bad.
Behind the curtain!
I don't want to know how the sausage gets made.
You more than anyone else in this on this
neither.
stream
I
know
know,
how the
I
sausage
don't
is
either.
made, Jack.
No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but they don't.
What the absolute heck happened last time?
We began the episode and the season mid-battle with our heroes shocked at the disappearance of Helvig. Smoothie flew in and out of the rafters under the staircase, emerging to rain down beams of life for allies alongside blades of fury, and then retreating to the rafters. This leads to a vamp on the ground with no ranged attacks, resorting to throwing pieces of furniture. Trish is full of rage. Helvig is gone, and she is going to take down the bitch who sent him away. Willem is not having much luck with his blade, which seems to do little to no damage against the Lich. He and Selenox are currently facing down. The Lich starts booping people. That sounds harmless. Wait. Selenox is paralyzed. Smoothie calls out for aid from Trish's bear pack, led by Helwa. They were back at the entrance of the temple and probably won't show up anytime soon. More on this later. Trish continues raging at all of the arseholes who have taken Helvig from her. Selenox shakes off the paralysis. The Lich is booping again. Trish is paralyzed. Willem steals Trish's lance while she is paralyzed. It works much better than his sword. Lucky for us, Smoothie has some wicked you die, you get up spell. Trish goes down and gets up and goes down and gets up. And I think there might have been one more, goes down and gets up. It was either 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
She gets
God
knocked
for
down,
Smoothie.
but boy, does she get up again.
Or should I say thank Titan for Smoothie?
Yeah.
Selenox boops the Lich and stakes the vamp. Trish shakes off paralysis and refocuses on the one who sent Helvig away. Despite being very persuasive, Helvig is not coming back, so Trish fucking kills that one. Smoothie considers trying to comfort Trish, but does not. Willem tries to comfort Trish, but does not. Helwa arrives just in time to turn the skull
Comfort
of our
Trish.
enemy.
Just in time.
But does not.
Just in time to turn the skull of our enemy into Trish's new hardcore sippy cup. We toast the fallen.
We need, it's like travel safe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We toast the fallen and decide it is time for a nap. And scene.
Thank you very much. Excellent
Excellent.
recap. I'm going to give you an inspiration. Well done. That was excellent. Yeah. Cool. Glorious. Thank you very much, Ro. Well, mateys, may polar bears come to your aid in a timely manner, and all your level ups yield the maximum hit points as we head, tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread, into Barovia. Yeah, funny things, you made friends with the Lich. Yeah, that was an option, Batispada, but they, I mean, it was even possible at one point, and then Smoothie, he was trying, but very badly, or he just wasn't trying. Yeah, he was like, hey, I'm just putting you on notice, we will kill you, but maybe not right now. Yeah, no, you can become friends with the Lich, and he'll just show you around the place instead. Yeah. But that wasn't the point of you going there, so that's why you didn't do that. So yeah, we return to Barovia and a small cave just outside the Amber Temple, where a small group of polar bear Mapatch hunters have camped out. They have welcomed the gang to their fire, honoring their achievement and toasting them heartily. They speak a combination of Mapatch and Broken Common. Willem happens to also speak Mapatch, and converses with them freely. Trish, you of course can understand and hear this as well. Basically, he
and
asked...
I can as well, for the record, because
Oh, you speak Mapatch too?
Well, Terran don't have their own native language, so
That's
I had
right.
to.
Yeah.
I had to pick up some stuff.
Cool, excellent. So yeah, you understand Mapatch. Yeah, you know, this one, honestly, it's...
I was
Night
like, but
terrors.
what?
No.
No.
This is a very dramatic demonic possession.
No, it's fine.
I thought it was like the stories of battle.
Yeah, basically. No, Willem is talking to the Mapatch, basically asking their intentions regarding the temple. Because the point was made, you may find that they move in here now. And he's like, yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's not ideal. I might come up and just make some small modifications to the structure if they're going to do that. Yeah. he's talking to them, basically just sounding them out on whether or not they're going to move in here. Helwa, the leader of them, is pretty firmly against the entire idea, actually. Like, he doesn't say, hey, are you going to move in here? It was more like, so, what's next for you guys? You don't happen to be sticking around, are you? No. They use this place as the occasional rest stop when they're out hunting. But this cave, they specifically made it so that nothing from the temple could get into the cave easily, thus making it safe. But they have no intention of... Like, they went in to help you guys, but otherwise, no. They are still firmly of the belief that this place is haunted as hell. Oh, yeah, Baddest Party, yes, you can do that. Unfortunately, that means that he's a full lich, not the half thing that they thought. He has all his spell slots if you tell him who he is. So yeah, then you fight somebody with 9th level magic, or just be friends to him.
He did not need to be any more buffed.
No, but the Arcanoloth was in there with him, Badaspada. That was why it was difficult. And a vampire. So, you guys are having a long rest. For the long rest, you all leveled up as well. Selenox is now the tankiest person in the party. For the first time ever, Trish is not the buff one. Trish is no slouch at 86 hit points, but 89 is pretty amazing for a 9th level fighter. And Rach took a level up in Barbarian, which meant she got a stat increase, so her dex is now 20.
Nice.
And it increased her AC as well, of course, because Barbarian. Yeah. Which means that there are 2 18s and a 20 as the AC for this party, which is very good to know. You are resting in this wide open cavern. It's basically a fissure from the outside led in here. The walls are a combination of rock and ice. It's not particularly warm, but there is a nice big fire going in the middle. And a wolf. It would appear that Helwa has a tame direwolf. And that she's not particularly gentle with it. It seems a little bit like beaten, but it seems to like her like a dog likes its master. But yeah, she's like, come here, and just physically moves it. Oh dear me. What do? You have a long rest. You can. You don't have to just sit completely still and sleep for 8 hours if you want to have a long rest. Basically, these guys offer you a bit of a feast. It's humble but probably delicious. Just well cooked barbecue, basically. And
they're Texans.
And steins of mead.
Yeah, I'm in.
Willem. Initially, they kind of like give him a bit of a wide berth. But when he starts talking to them, they're like, oh, okay, this guy actually speaks our language. That's pretty cool. Because he's not one of us. But, hey, he survived the fight. So they sort of... They aren't very warm to him, but they do sort of invite him in as well. Is there anything you'd like to say or do or be during this long rest? Nope. Okay. Willem, at one point, Trish would go to you, actually, and say, how are you?
Not great, but,
I understand.
I'm used to grieving, so I'm sure I'll do it faster this time.
I'm sorry to hear that. It strikes me that this room may, as it was once part of the temple, there may be secret exits and entrances and things in here. If you join me in having a look.
Sure, why not?
So there are 2 entrances. One is still fully blocked off. There is one in the if the room is square and north-south orientated, the northern entrance to the temple is blocked off very much with rubble. And the western entrance on the eastern side, there is a one that they cleared out so that you guys could go in. That the door has been closed up again, and a few bits of the rubble have been put back to sort of more of a door jam than a proper barrier. But he says perhaps along the southern wall here. So if you'd like to, Rach, you could make an investigation check.
I sure will.
And because Willem is helping you, you can have advantage if you need it.
That's good, because I do. Woo. That's a bit better. 16.
16 is in fact the DC. How convenient. So yeah, you find. I think I'm getting the impression that Trish is pretty despondent, and kind of appreciates having something to distract her, but it's not doing a particularly good job of looking at a wall. Yeah, that'll help. But you find a crack. It's not a perfect line, but it's like that's odd. That is an oddly. It's like there is an oddly rectangular crack in the wall, in what would appear to be just raw stone. And as soon as you sort of point it out, Willem says, yes, quite possibly. Shall we give it a shove?
Couldn't hurt.
Well, there's no guarantees of that. I'll go first if you like. And he sort of puts his back into it. So again, an athletics check, unless you want to get somebody else to help you. Like, he will help you, so you'll have advantage. But either Helwa or Selenox are both physically significantly stronger than you.
I think I'll call back and I'll say, Selenox, come here for a minute.
Yeah. What?
We're looking for secret entrances and exits, and we think we found one. You want to help us give it a push?
Is this part of their wall?
Could be a wall, could be a door.
It's part of the temple.
So it's not like part of their lair that we're just destroying?
No, if anything, we're making their lair slightly bigger.
Right. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Well, yes. Here we go then. Athletics check Selenox with advantage.
18.
18 is very good. Yes, you managed to make the door it's not really a door. It is a big block of stone. But the three of you pushing together, it slowly hinges in with this sort of crumble of rubble. Crumble? Sure, why not? That's a word. It's a word. Yeah. A rumble is the word I was looking for. Hinges inwards. And inside you find a small, narrow room. Roughly square, but it has been sort of very, very roughly hewn out of the raw rock of the mountain. And about 15 feet long and 10 wide. And along one wall, there is hundreds of little niches carved in. Basically long, thin tubes angled at about a 30-degree down angle into the wall, and there's just hundreds of little holes in the wall. It looks not unlike a bee hive, like the hexagonal, the things the bees live in, make their honey in. But they're all circular, and they would appear to contain scrolls.
Cool. Shall we?
Yes. You're welcome to make investigation checks if you like.
I'm gonna do a bit of a sketch test, I'm gonna open my magical awareness and see if any of these scrolls are gonna fucking explode if I touch them.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Magic awareness.
Very well. That basically just tells you if anything is magical within a certain distance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There is some bound magic in the room, but not all of the scrolls are magical. In fact, very few of them are magical.
Okay.
There is some faint residual magic on a few of them. Trish, you can make the investigation check with advantage if you like.
Hell yeah.
Nothing appears dangerously magical in here.
Oh, that's nice.
So, Trish, if I touch it, is that okay? Can I touch stuff?
I think you'll be alright.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna kill you. I rolled a 7 twice.
Well, that's
Yeah,
unusual
so
in our lives at the moment, so great.
Well.
Oh, you've got to have a break once a day, right? Investigating the room, you find that all the scrolls are... There just isn't a scroll in here that is usable. Most of them crumble as soon as you touch them. This is extremely old, and the magic infusing them has faded to the point where it doesn't really infuse them anymore. The few that don't crumble don't appear to have any particular value. They seem to be old, seem to be of arcane or very niche subjects. They're not magic scrolls so much as just scrolls on magical lore. The few that you suspect were magical at some point, the magic has long since faded. But you do find a small set of silver goblets on a little shelf at the end of the room. Each one would be worth about 5 gold pieces.
Yeah. I like my other new goblet better, to be honest.
Oh, well, perhaps give them as a gift to our new friends.
That's a good idea.
I'm sure Helwa would appreciate it. She did come to our aid, however unnecessary it was. Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, maybe they could use this room to store spears or something.
No, well, the chieftainess might take it for her own chamber. I mean, she's probably capable of closing the door again, let's be honest. Unless anybody else wants to investigate it as well, I would be okay with Smoothie or Selenox also making the investigation check. That is all you find.
I will have a look.
Have a quick poke around.
Oh, nat 20. 22.
Ooh, Selenox, you find in one bottom corner in a wax tube, and it appears warded. Which is why Trish did not sense it. There is a scroll that appears to be still magical. You find a scroll of healing word.
Is this useful? Looks useful.
Yeah.
It'll be useful.
Yes, I imagine that probably would be. Can you not, when you touch it, you get that slight fission. Like an electric charge. Similar to when static builds up in the air before a storm. And touching it, running your fingertips along or claw tips along it, you notice that, yeah, he's actually right. There is a slight sort of energy to the parchment. But yeah, it's been bound in a wax carrying case, and therefore it has remained good.
Cool.
He says, yes, as good as a health potion, probably. Wish we'd had
Harder
that
to
last
spill, though.
time. Well, yes, or drink.
Does anyone else think health potions taste kind of nasty, or is that just me?
It's been so long since I imbibed one.
By the way, undead. Did I tell you undead?
I didn't say that. You said that. Why bring it up? That's hurtful.
So, are we looking for any more
Oh, well,
Wall cracks or?
I didn't see any others. Trish did a fairly good job of searching it all out. And he takes one of the other scrolls very gently and goes back and sits down by the fire and sort of scrolls through it in the manner of someone reading a newspaper. Sort of puts one knee up on the other and just sort of with the manner of a dad at a Sunday breakfast. Yeah, and you have a long rest. Your hit points return, your spell slots return. Smoothie.
Yeah.
How is Smoothie acting during this?
I think they would probably come back and see him hear kind of like laughter and sort of a big kind of cheering going on, and he seems to be kind of spinning around in these circles, and everyone's sort of imitating him and copying him. He's teaching them a dance that he somewhat sort of understands. He's clearly also had way too much to drink because I rolled my own constitution save. And it's very much a it's amusing and maybe even a little heartwarming, but like he might crack his head open. Okay, that's kind of
why
the
he's
vibe.
got the helmet on. That's fine.
That's right.
Yeah, the three of them come out of this little cavern. The barbarians seem completely uninterested. They're like, oh, more secrets. We hate secrets. Or surprises. Both of them suck. And they're very much more interested in watching Smoothie get drunk. It's a fun game to play. Let's get the newbie absolutely hammered. There's a pub in Wales that I went to once called the Monkey, and they play a game whenever some teenagers come in looking to prove themselves. It's called Get Them Minkied at the Monkey, and you get a certificate at the end of it when like they've got a stack of them under the bar, and they're like, "What's your name, there, kid? Here you go, buddy. Here you go." And they give you a shot glass with the monkey's thing on it, and it was like, "You just got fucked. Here you go, buddy." And everybody in the bar just takes turns buying rounds for these poor guys who are just like, "Oh yeah, no, we love drink."
No, he's got a smile on his face. He seems to kind of enjoy the fact that he doesn't have to think. And if they choose to, I'll let Josh make that decision, but if they choose to kind of participate, he's like, yeah, it's kind of, and then, and like, if they choose to, then yeah, it's kind of, if you've seen A Knight's Tale, it's kind of like that scene in the dance.
Yes. You teach them all David Bowie's golden years.
That's right. It's fantastic.
And Helwa, initially, the males are like, meh, whatever, like, okay, sure. And then Helwa's like, no, I want dance. And insists.
What Helwa wants.
What Helwa wants, Helwa fucking gets. Yeah, So, Lost Archives is raiding. Raid! Favorite raid emotes up in chat, guys. Thank you so much for the raid, you excellent individuals. Owen, how was your game this evening, my friend? What were you all doing? This is I want to say Avatar night. Let's have a shout out. Shout out at the Lost Archives. You lovely, lovely individuals. Thank you so much for the raid, you guys. Playing Dungeons and Dragons. What were you doing? What were you playing? Tell us about it. Give us the lowdown. We are in the Amber Temple. Things are going reasonably well. We're actually camping out. Smoothie's leading the barbarians in a dance, and Helwa is like, yeah, let's fucking do this. Let's dance. Curse of Strahd. Are you playing Curse of Strahd as well? How appropriate. Well, we are also there. We are in Barovia. It's the animal version, but it's like the same thing. It's just as horrifying. Yep.
We
So, yeah.
absolutely nailed the Amber Temple like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Haven't
Easy.
explored it all.
Weak.
They just launched a coup to replace the Baron of Valakai. Love it.
Ooh.
He is a deeply fucked up person, so that works, yeah. That's the place where you all had to be happy all the time?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck that guy. Yeah, cool his ass.
Such a happy place.
Yep, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow,
And-
okay. Nice, I like it. Good plan. Don't get any ideas, you fuckers.
I don't know what these words mean, so all good. But yeah, and then I guess as it kind of comes down into a long rest, if nothing else happens, like, yeah, he'll probably cradle a bottle or something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you are vigorously danced with for over an hour. Helwa does not get tired. And she insists that you teach her and her men the dance till the point that they are good at it. So that takes a while. And
It's like I don't know that much about Romani culture, I'm afraid, but yeah, so like we'll say that's kind of the thing. It's a lot of spinning, a lot of clapping in the right beat.
oh,
and things like that.
yeah. Love it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, this would be a dance he learned from Grandpa then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Do Trish and Selenox join in?
No.
Didn't think so.
No.
Does Selenox, really, was my question.
Not to the extent that Helva and that do, but Selenox will do like a few, like she sees that Smoothie seems to be letting a bit of a load off, and she'll certainly come and like do a couple of spins and then have a laugh and enjoy watching.
Do a white boy dance.
Yeah. It's the old people at the wedding.
Yeah, I think
And
we
now I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
Cool.
The old people or the sober Josh at the wedding. Drunk Josh dances, tears up the floor. Sober Josh does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more like for Selenox, she like comes and joins in for like she'll like dance for a minute, but then she like more wants to like just watch that everything's kind of okay rather than being like crappy at it. It's just like, oh yeah, that's fun, and then she's like,
Yeah.
keeping an eye on everything,
Yeah.
checking that a certain someone doesn't overindulge and fall off a table.
Me? I mean,
Don't worry, there aren't any tables.
Oh, I don't mind. You can drink as much as you want. It's just more like being aware enough to catch if
Yeah.
if necessary.
no,
You're
yeah,
being,
he's
you're
messed
being
up.
the cool older sibling when the younger one is having their first big time. Yeah.
And like she might show up with something like just before Smoothie goes to sleep or something.
Like,
Like I strongly suggest you drink this.
drink this health potion before you go to sleep, not after. Yeah, cool Auntie Selenox. Yeah. Cool.
Let's go with this actually. As you go to hand me whatever this is, I'll just say, Trish is Trish mad at me?
No, why would Trish be mad at you, mate?
I don't know.
It's not your fault.
Okay.
It doesn't taste good, but drink it. You'll feel better in the morning for it.
Okay. Night, Grandpa.
Night, kid. Selenox like pulls some sort of little blanket over Smoothie.
Oh my god. Hey Jack, how
Yeah, mate.
accessible? Did you bring your grandpa's jacket with you, or did you leave it in the basement?
If I remember correctly, he took some. No, I think he took it from, as far as I can tell. Yeah, as far as I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Selenox reaches it, bag and pulls out the first item of clothing he finds and lays it over to keep him warm. Jacket. And yeah, Trish, curled up by the fire or in a corner with your own thoughts?
I am sitting in a corner away from people, and I think I've probably gotten my statue out, and I'm just looking at it until I feel tired enough to go to sleep.
Cool.
Just
You
looking
do
at
that.
it and thinking my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. And Selenox, sleeping near the fire, finding your own place, or what's going on? As the party winds down.
Selenox would kind of do a check around the room to see where everyone's at and see if there was any reaction from Trish about what Smoothie said, if they were close enough to hear what was
Yeah,
said.
did I hear that?
That is entirely up to you. I would say Smoothie was probably trying to say it relatively quietly, but is also drunk, so maybe volume control not the easiest. It felt to me like a relatively private conversation, but I don't mind if Trish wants to have heard it.
I don't think she probably would have heard it. She wasn't listening for it, so unless he's trying to be heard.
I think she's very wrapped up in her own thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Then
Selenox would have kind of looked over to see if there was some sort of reaction, and then find a space a little bit away, but where she can keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah. Cool. Then, yeah. Willem would say, I will stand watch. You... Because
Thanks, mate.
I don't need to.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and so Willem and one of the polar map badges stand watch. So you guys can all have a good long sleep. Which you do. Trish, when you wake up, you find yourself big spooning that statue.
Excellent.
And its little paws are wrapped around one of your arms. Like you can remove your arm, but yeah, it's hugging you.
That's amazing. I love that. She smiles for the first time since the start of that fight before. But then before people start to wake up, she will extract herself and put it carefully back in her bag.
Yep. This is still a raccoon statue with a little pink collar on it with a name tag that says Chet.
Hello, buddy.
Yep. Jack, entirely your call. How does Smoothie feel?
Great. Because he slept
Sure.
without being woken up
Very solid.
by intrusive thoughts.
Yeah. Chet. That's true name. Yeah. Selenox, how are you this morning?
Selenox is alright. She's gonna find either if the bears are already cooking something, she'll grab something, or she'll do something ration wise and bring it over to Trish.
Yeah. They normally, I think leftovers was the course of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be like cold meats, and dry bread. It's nothing special, but filling. But yeah, you can certainly do that.
Hungry?
Starving. Thank you. How'd you sleep?
Yeah. Alright. You?
Weirdly well. I think I was just too tired to toss and turn, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Good way to get a good rest. What's your... You hanging around?
Well, we've got to get this thing that the lich is the object, right? What do it called? Phylactery? We got to destroy that next, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yep,
Is that the plan for today?
that's the plan for today. Let's focus on that. Great.
Yeah, great. Did you think I was going to leave?
No, not like right this second. I just thought... Well, anyway, I guess... Well, Helvig's not dead. I would assume.
Hmm.
So I just
Well,
I just thought plans might change. But for today, you're right. Phylactery.
if I understand this place right, even if I wanted to storm off and find my friend, I couldn't. Isn't
Yeah. No,
he's
you're
trapped in this weird realm. And look, we were both prepared for what might happen when we agreed to do this. And just because what happened, it doesn't change how I feel. This is a good cause. We need to kill Strahd. So I'm sticking around.
good to know. Sorry if I ruffled any feathers.
You're okay.
And
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry he's not with us anymore.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
So, phylactery, what's it?
I don't know what it's
Yes.
called.
Phylactery. And he holds up the old scroll and shakes a little bit, and bits flake off it. It's like, yes. I was doing a little bit of a yes. No luck though, where it might be. But phylactery is the word, and that's what we're looking for, and let's kill it. Ideally within 12 hours, otherwise he'll be back.
So once we destroy the phylactery, what's it? He's done.
Dead. Gone. Yes.
All right. In the library, maybe, or
Well, I think that's probably a good place to start. We did already find one hidden door. There may be more. So I would suggest we head back there. Helwa has expressed a complete lack of interest in going back in, which I think is absolutely fair. And indeed, the Polar Map Edge are actually sort of packing up and making ready to leave. They were basically just stopping over for the night. Yeah, Helwa would come back over to first Smoothie, actually, and offer him a hand up. Like, she just reaches down to sort of pull you to your feet.
Oh, hi. Are you going?
Yoinked up onto your feet.
Yeah, I'm awake.
You dance well.
Okay. You did really good too. It was.
Did Smoothie accidentally get engaged? This isn't Firefly. He's the one who started the dance. She has several necklaces of bone around, like with sort of finger bones and stuff like hanging off it. And she takes one off and puts it around your neck. Smoothie. Says, "You need, and we near. You call, we come. You friend."
Okay. Thanks. What's the bone? What's the bone of?
Like animal
Can
bones.
I tell?
Probably birds
Okay,
of
just
some sort. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
squirrels, that sort of like small creatures.
Yeah. Thanks, Hella.
And it is scrimshawed, yes. Each bone has been like carved.
It's it was nice to meet you.
Thank you for dance. We teach whole tribe.
Thanks for not letting me do it alone.
She, I think a little awkwardly, it's the first time you've seen her not 100% sure of herself, hugs you. She's like, I don't want to break him. It's very firm. Yeah. Then she turns and basically, I think she's a little embarrassed, and she goes over to Trish and claps Trish on the shoulder and says, "Goodbye, friend. We go now.
Travel safe.
No die today."
Or tomorrow, hopefully.
That too. And she goes to give Trish a hug as well.
Trish hugs back.
And to Selenox, she has a different vibe of, and reaches out a hand to like shake, but she's implying if you go to shake it, would you shake hands?
Yeah.
It's a wrist to wrist. It's
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it's more of just a clasp.
I don't think I speak the language that they speak.
No, she says goodbye in broken common.
Oh, okay. Selenox will say battle well.
You too. Squeezes, and the boys, with varying degrees of bye, see ya, they all head off, and Willem goes, well, that was a surprisingly lovely evening, actually.
Next time you see him, you might be handing out autographs, Smoothie.
Yeah.
You know you've probably established a firm tradition in that tribe now. They will all be dancing like that forever. Those people will never forget things once they've learned it. Well, splendid. Well, shall we?
All right, if I were a lich and I had to hide part of my soul in a thing, where would I put that thing?
That is indeed the question. Back to the library, I think. Unless any of you wanted to touch any more monoliths.
Who were they?
Who?
Do you know?
The
Who were they
monoliths?
before?
Various powerful entities. Deeply evil, mostly. You met the Grave Worm, I believe? Ancient dragon. Deeply older than even Agenvost, I would imagine.
We should look for the thing first, but
Yes.
But maybe we should see if we can let them go. But even then, they wouldn't have anywhere to go right now, would they?
No, and I mean they were imprisoned for a reason. Their souls were kept here for.
I feel like letting the big bad evil things out is probably not.
Like I say, they were kept here for a reason. It's why we continue to guard it even now. That is the purpose of my order, and I thank you for assisting.
Okay.
Even if you was a good idea, I'm genuinely not sure how. I mean, you've seen how powerful Argenvost is without a body. Imagine how powerful the Grave were.
It's fine. Let's just find it. Let's find the thing.
Yes. So you return to the library. I think probably the first thing Trish would notice is that the body of the Arcanoloth is gone. the corpse, it's not to say that there's nothing there. The clothes and possessions of the Arcanoloth are still there, but the physical body appears to have disappeared. As in, they are where it was. It's like it faded away, Jedi Master stuff. The party is still ongoing as well.
Oh,
They're all still having a nice orgy.
well, no one can question their stamina.
Nope.
Well, if I didn't have to eat or sleep or drink, I could fuck forever too. Let's find this thing.
Selenox
point.
is gonna go up to one of the less involved revelers.
Yes. One of the less involved. Yeah.
Someone on the cooldown, like.
Yeah. Like
There's-
break time.
You
reveler.
find you find a trio of Luma sitting smoking in on a large bean bag, and yeah, they all look like doves, and they are passing around a cigarette.
Selenox is gonna sit next to them, and as the cigarette comes round, kind of just put out her claw to take it.
Yeah, you are handed the cigarette.
And then as she takes this, like, drag of the cigarette, she'll be like, so I've heard so much about him. Where does he hang most of the time? So I'm like, hand it on. I'm trained.
No, I love it. I love it.
I love
I
hilarious.
I love that it's going to be a persuasion check.
Him is what I go for. I don't know.
Yeah.
If there was something else there.
The master. Yeah, look, a 12. Not bad. The master.
Yes, I was so hoping to see him.
Yeah, it's worthy to note the cigarette has no taste to you. You can blow the smoke out. When you exhale, out comes smoke, but it has no flavor. Yeah, the master, he may well be in his private chambers, seeing as he's not out here with us.
Oh, and
Sometimes he entertains guests in there.
Ooh. And which way might they be?
They indicate. I'm trying to remember. You did find one of the secret doors, didn't you?
Yeah. The way out.
Yes,
Yeah.
the one that looped back.
That's right. That's right. And you would have come back in through that one. They gesture over to the west wall, where you have not found any exits or entrance yet.
Thank you so much. And then Selenox, as she gets up and walks away, is going to just be like, look at all the other three and be like, don't fucking say it. Not a word.
I thought
And
I
then
was
she
going to say that was
goes
well
to-
done. That's all I was going to comment.
Yeah, whatever.
That was effective.
And then she goes towards the west wall.
If you don't need me, no.
Just go. Just go for it.
No, we're here for a job. We've got a job to do. Later. I'll come back later. I have all the time in the world, literally, and a reason to come up here. Now, yes, the West Wall. Let's have an investigation check of the West Wall specifically. Any one of you can do it with advantage, or two of you, or yeah. Selenox got an 8.
Anyone else? I don't see shit.
I'm just hanging out.
I will go to the west wall, but before I do that, I just want to give the pile of clothes like not a vindictive kick, but just like a kick with my foot to see if anything falls out, like if there's any important stuff
Yeah?
in the little pile.
Make me an investigation check, Trish.
On the pile?
Yes, on the pile.
A 9. Not great.
9. Yeah, you kicking it, you feel some, like, it's got a few lumps in it. Like, there's something in the pockets.
Alright, I'm gonna pick it up and jiggle them out.
Falling from it, a pair of glasses that you recall the creature was wearing come out. They are gold rimmed with pink lenses, and probably quite valuable.
Okay, I step on him, and then I'm gonna go over to the west wall.
250 gold pieces, but all right.
Step on him.
Yeah. The clothing itself, however, as you shake it, you can see on the inside has patches. Like, it's odd because it's quite a nicely made piece of clothing, and yeah, the outside and the inside are all one piece of fabric, but then someone has sewn patches randomly across the inside of the robe.
I'm gonna tear off one of the patches, see if it's hiding something.
Roll me a d8.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Excellent! What's happening? Oh. 6.
6.
What happens? Oh, God!
You tear the patch off, and flying across the room becomes a very, like, as you do it, with this sort of flourish, launching from the patch is a full-sized rowboat.
Yeah!
Patent pending.
It's about
It's my
15.
spirit animal.
It's about 10 feet long and about 5 feet wide, and it just launches into the middle of the orgy.
Are any
no.
of my friends hurt?
No, they were all standing by the west wall looking for an exit. You were on the far side of the
Incredible.
room. Yeah.
I'm taking this with me. We're gonna play with this later. We've got serious business, guys, but this could be fun. So
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Fair, yeah.
Okay.
Do you just put it in a bag, or do you put it on?
I'm putting it in my bag.
Right, well.
This is gonna be my reward for finishing off the lynch. I'm gonna tear all of these off and just see what happens.
Yeah,
Sorry,
sure.
Selenox got distracted. How
Wait,
can I
hang on.
help? I'm gonna be-
Willems goes, what? What did you do?
As she's being distracted,
your
can I
boat.
surreptitiously kind of get behind Trish and just kind of maybe like touch her on the elbow or something like that and cast Enhance ability for intelligence-based checks?
Nice.
But I don't want her to notice.
Very well, yes. Willem might and would actively distract her. Would be like, sees what you're doing and goes, yes, if he doesn't want to be noticed, I'm going to help him with that. And says like, that's, where did the boat come from?
From this.
Bizarre. There is a chance that is a... I mean, obviously you've assumed that is a magical item. The other patches, you may be able to figure out what they contain without tearing them off. Just saying.
Do they have pictures on them?
We'll have a look. And Trish, if you have an investigation check on the robe itself.
Okay, let's do it.
At advantage now.
At advantage, excellent. Good, 'cause that was
8.
not good.
Or...
Or 19, baby.
There you go.
What's going
Okay.
on?
Trish, it is actually in the stitching of each patch is a description of what is inside. There are 7 patches left now, and each one, when torn off, that thing just happens. If you tear it off with the intent, then it tears off a little bit more predictably. Inside, the first patch is 100 gold pieces. that will materialize when you tear the patch off. In the second is a 10-foot by 10-foot iron door.
Excellent.
The third is a wooden ladder that is 15 feet long. The fourth is a riding horse. The
That's
sixth
not the worst thing.
is a pit. Just a hole. A 10-foot by 10-foot deep pit. The sixth was a rowboat. The seventh is a spell scroll that contains the bound spell Moonbeam. And the eighth is a pair of mastiffs.
This rules. First of all, is there a way to get the boat back, or have
Nope.
I've lost the boat. That's fine. I can deal with that. I can swim. Okay. Well.
Of all the things, I was like, come on, pit or iron door. Either one's great. Give me one. They're like, rowboat. Ah, that's actually better. Yes.
I love the boat.
Just like, that's almost the biggest thing of the entire thing. And also one of the more useful. Never mind. It would have been funny to have two dogs come out, though. Yeah.
I have plans for this thing. I have plans for it. I'm now gonna fold it neatly and put it in my bag.
Yeah.
But we're gonna come back to this thing.
Willem says, I mean, that's net gain right there. That justifies the entire business, doesn't it? I mean, other than, never mind. Right, let's investigate this wall then, shall we?
Let's do it.
Smoothie is also welcome to make this check.
19 again.
19 again.
Yeah, I got the feeling it would be fine. So yeah, Smoothie's just gonna try and he's just gonna watch Trish succeed.
Yeah.
And
Smoothie, if you are not involved directly, you know Freckle and Perky will come over and just try and engage with you. Would he be in any way receptive to it?
I imagine there's quite a bit of intense conversation and like loud things happening and all sorts of things. So he'll just kind of say, no, yeah, he'll just say hi. Yeah, he'll respond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would say, you're very impressive. God, muscles so big. It's they are flirting with him with all the grace and subtlety of a pair of 15-year-olds.
That's true. Yeah. Thanks. It's
Where did you learn all of that? So smart.
I don't know. I just kind of went out to a place and then I got given it. I guess. I'm sorry. Oh, why am I? Don't worry about it. And he'll just kind of. He realizes that he's talking to an illusion.
Yeah.
And he's just
A
kind of
good illusion.
Yeah. But he just kind of realizes and
Yeah.
just kind of leaves it there, I think.
So gives them, like, just sort of ignores them?
I think he was caught mid
Thought.
apology
Yeah.
and then realized that it was absolutely pointless.
There's nothing wrong with being polite. Very well, yeah. An 18 was what you needed. You find in the west wall, it is a whole bookcase that you can move by lifting a candle out of a bracket.
Great.
There is the grinding of stone on stone as the wall actually recesses up into the ceiling. From a series of interesting countermeasures, counter levers rather. Yes. And within you find a a small room. Dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty 10-foot by 20-foot room. The floor is tiled in black and white, and there are a pair of empty shelves on one wall. Wasn't really the noise I was hoping for. More tumbling boulders than moving rock, but there we go. Yeah.
We got it.
Uh
Perfect. There you are. Come along, Master Smoothie.
Yeah. Okay. Can I say that, like, while all this is happening, I think Jack has just come to a conclusion. I think if he could have, he would have, like, pocketed some kind of flask or something like that, and then, like, took a swig, and then his mood goes on the upswing after that. But he would... I don't know if... I think he'd probably try and do it surreptitiously. Not like he's like... you wouldn't try and be shady, but
The
you'd be
rest
like,
of them
okay.
were looking at this wall, so yeah.
Yeah. So just took a belt and then was like... okay, yeah, what are we doing?
Well, and yeah, gestures in. You find a 10-foot by 20-foot room. The floor tiled in black and white, and a pair of empty shelves along one wall. It is not a fancy room, and it's covered in cobwebs and dust. That's all I have written down. You can make checks and stuff if you like.
This
Sorry, go ahead.
doesn't come across as the master's chambers.
No, it doesn't, does it?
It is almost exactly where the dove pointed, however.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Oh, sure. You can sense at least 2 powerful magical, like... There is, in fact, 3, actually, come to think of it. There are 3 sources of intense magic. One to the south of you, one to the continuing west, ahead on in the direction you're already sort of heading, and there is one to the north of you.
And I can see all these things.
You can sense them. They are definitely beyond the room you're in. I don't know. Is detect magic only within eyesight?
If you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If I can see it, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic in any, if any. So basically,
you can't see any of them. There is no
okay.
magic in this room. However, you can sense that there is magic. There is, like, quite powerful magic in 3 directions. There's also a fuck ton right behind you, but you knew that.
I will go to the closest one, I suppose.
That would probably be directly ahead of you in the western direction. It is beyond the wall, basically. You would cross the room to get to the far side of it, and there is a wall. You can sense the magic is about 20 feet beyond that wall.
Here.
Oh, you see something?
It's behind this wall, but I don't really see anything. Like, maybe look for a lever or a book to pull from a shelf.
There are no books on the shelves, but yeah. The last one, Jack would like this. The door to open this bookshelf was found by lifting a candle out of a candelabra.
What's a candle back?
There you go. And Willem says, no, don't put the candle back, then we'll be locked in. Jack, all the books on the shelves in the library that you were just in are magical. Every single one of them. As is all of the illusions of you.
Okay.
Yes, Ro?
Helenox is gonna... Yeah, there's nothing on these shelves, right?
No, the shelves are empty.
Okay, and Smoothie just pointed at a space in the wall.
It's in this area.
Yeah, so Selenox is going to have a quick look at the walls and then be like, and just like barrels.
Where's Helwa when you need her? Yeah.
Selenox, I would like you to make an investigation check, but using your strength. You're using your strength score instead of your so make an athletics check instead of an investigation check, but it's an athletics investigation check.
I rolled so bad. I got a +9 and I rolled 12.
Yeah, Selenox, you just sort of
let's
kind
make
of
it a 19 + 9. I'm
oh
nice.
shit.
There you
Wow. So yeah, Selenox,
go.
you
28.
just run at this wall and it just sort of gives way at you. You hit it and the wall just sort of moves in, and it's similar to the one you found up in the cave with the others. The wall just sort of grumbles and moves sideways as Selenox just brute forces pushes it in. And the room you find within is quite different. The Lich's Room, a 15-foot high room, contains the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorative statuary. Everywhere you look, there is candelabras atop small tables. The candles are barely burnt down at all, and the flames burn steadily. The beauty of the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. Yeah.
I'll head towards whatever the magic was.
Selenox does it a little happy fluff.
I'll do a little golf clap behind.
Yeah. In the center of the room, on a sort of plinth, is a large book similar to like the Bible on the lectern in most chapels, that sort of thing. It has that sort of vibe to it.
Okay.
And it's there. I am so sick of.
Ro, you've disappeared.
Yes, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your green screen is covering you.
Yeah, no, my camera's I will stand by, but I'm still here. Selenox got so excited she just disappeared into the wall.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that under the circumstances he'll just go for the book. I mean, I think fair.
Yeah. This is Exethantar's book. Exethantar's spell book. It is entitled The Incants of Exethantar. It is a handsome tome, surprisingly large given Exethantar's small stature, and wrought in bronze. It contains all the spells in the Lich's spell list. It has clearly not been read in decades. It is covered in dust.
Mechanically speaking, what's the go with casting spells that aren't in my spell list? Is there a check involved or something like that in your world? Or
I don't know if you can do it. If it's a spell scroll, sure, but I don't think this is essentially a wizard's spell book. So if you're if you're a wizard, yes, but otherwise no. Basically, that's the point of it. If a wizard had it, they could either copy the spells out of it, or they could use it themselves, but it's dodgy.
I can't think of anyone that this would benefit off the top of my head that we've met.
Esmeralda.
Could she use that? Could she?
She's technically... I mean, she's an NPC that doesn't technically have stats, but the last time I saw her statted out, she was a wizard. She does have spells.
He would he'd either keep that in mind, or worst case scenario, he will take it back to St. Andrews.
Yeah.
And it will be kept safe there.
That's true. Yeah. Yes, that person would definitely not use it.
No, not the abbey.
Oh, St. Andrews. Yeah. Lucian. Yeah, he definitely would. Yeah.
But I get the feeling it's like, from the way you describe it, it might be half the size of me or something. So.
It would be big for a Jobeen. You're bigger than a Jobeen. It's still a fairly sizable tome, but it's not to the point where you couldn't heft it if you didn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's already in a place that is reasonably well guarded and full of already seriously occult lore. What's one more nasty spell book? Unless you were going to give it to somebody specifically, taking it with you might not be But you are welcome to if you want.
I think he would, either to give it to Esmeralda or to put it somewhere where people,
safe.
other assholes can't use it.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. That is the main thing in this room. Otherwise, there is a large fancy 4-poster bed, and a few other bits and pieces in there that are cool. What do you do?
If that's kind of it, then I'm like, that's kind of the go here. Back to the room. Selenox, you feel like you're ready for another run?
Bring it.
Well,
Okay.
there's no need. The door's still open. Given how many secret doors we've found, there could be some in here.
Oh. Do I see any other magical shit?
Well, your magic's still up, isn't it? So
Yeah, costs 10 minutes.
So the sensation of magic to the north and south are still there. But yeah,
Okay.
the magic book was definitely the thing.
If it feels like it's going from here, then yeah, I'll just
Well, we could try. Let's have a look in the north wall, see if what we can find. Either
I'll
in
step
there
back
or
and
in
let
here.
Trish do her thing.
Yes. Trish,
Alrighty.
you're the specialist, apparently.
Levers.
Very well.
I
If you call for them, they will go, yes.
just start like touching things.
Pop, pop, beep, beep, pop, 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 pop.
It doesn't go as well this time. I got a 12. I'm just like, like
Um,
that.
Next is like fluffing in the background, getting ready. Just
I
in
got my
case.
little raccoon fingers just.
You do not find any along the north wall. You can sense that there is Smoothie can sense that there is definitely magic through there.
Yeah.
But Trish can't find the key to it. Somebody else could make the check, however.
I'll give it I mean, if we're all allowed to roll, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Gang friendos, I guess. 14 for me. -2.
14, yeah.
May I look with my eyes also?
Yes.
What do your owl eyes see?
I mean, I'm generally more successful looking
Oh,
with
wow.
not my eyes.
So the highest
So
is 14.
the eye,
The highest is
yeah,
a 14.
the eye check is not great.
Although Bishop Blood seemingly rolled for Willem with that? I
Willem,
don't know.
yeah, a 16 for Willem. All right, yeah. Willem goes. Perhaps we needed to look in. Yes, here we go. He's actually in the dusty room from before, and finds the. He says, yes. We were off by one wall. Sorry, guys. It's in here, I think. It is. There is a big rock wall, but he's like, I think.
Suggested we go there, and I was told not to. Anyway, yes, let's go.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I did. I said let's go back and.
Oh.
Anyway.
I misunderstood then.
That's fine. No stress.
Yes, I think in here actually. Peek behind the screen. I was just like, no, there's just no reason that they wouldn't have found it if they were looking in the right place. So let's just make it be in the other room. That
true.
would explain why Willem found it instead of these three failing to find the obvious. We know it's there. We just can't find it door. So yeah, it actually was in the main room, but it's not now.
Yep.
So yeah, he says, I cannot, however, Telenox, I'm afraid this is a you thing, I think.
Don't worry, I got this. No, I'm kidding. Cover it.
I mean,
The like disappointment on Selenox's face. Like it's my thing.
I've been juicing.
I mean,
I saw, yes, last night. It's not really, I think, helping, though.
smoothie.
I was joking. Wow.
I mean, if you.
Thank you for the compliment on my acting, but no, I was joking.
You've been what? Willem will offer to help if Selenox needs it. but a 20 is not enough. You feel it give a little bit, but it needs more of an oomph than that. Wow. Shall I? It's obviously it's huge. We're looking to move. The problem is, I think it's because it's the entire wall. The entire end of the room will hinge inwards. Is what he suspects. So shall I? Well, together, shall we? So again with advantage. Eleanor. Or
22.
22. The two of you working together just begin to sort of, it takes a little while, but it takes probably about 5 minutes for you to actually just push this wall inwards. I want to think that Ro has frozen in that.
It was such a great place to breathe. Thank you so much.
I was just like, is she just trying really hard?
Shouldn't have had that burrito.
It was commented earlier that you never see these characters like go to the loo or wash their hands or anything, but like
We can assume.
we just assumed that, right?
Every other time it had disappeared pretty quickly, and it was like not that bad an image, and that's the one that held.
Yeah. Wasn't you looking angelic?
Unlike the rooms before, this room is dust-free and stylish, done up in mostly reds, dark reds and velvet, with a thick carpet and a scaled arm rising from the ground at the far end. Within its claws is a small box of carved bone. So it's an arm, sort of like a lizard's arm or a dragon's, say. But yeah, large enough to contain this box, the box of carved bone. Yeah. And that is definitely the
Lich.
I mean, you've seen his orgy room, right?
This is probably it.
It's definitely, now that you can see it, you get a strong sense of necromancy from this. Yeah.
All right, Magic Man. I'm assuming we don't want to touch this thing.
Probably not.
I definitely do.
Oh, Willem, what have you got to lose?
Well, the body I'm currently in is the trick. It's basically that soul may overpower mine and take control of this body, which none of us really want. I'd then have to be on the market, as it were.
When you say box, you mean cube or like thing with a latch? What are we talking about?
It looks like a jewelry box.
Interesting.
But made of carved bone. Ivory.
Okay. Could I get my sickle underneath and like lift it up?
Yeah. Yeah. Minor dex check, but yes. Unless you don't care about dropping it.
No, it's all good. Not great though, a 9, but
that's enough.
I imagine it's
it's wobbly. It's like an egg and spoon race sort of situation, but yeah. You managed to.
Okay.
Just. I was like 8. You managed to do it, and it's you actually can feel the metal of your sickle heating up.
Interesting. As in, like, it's telling me I should put it back down?
Not so much that. It's just, it is warming from the touch of this thing.
Interesting.
It's close enough that, if it was really hot, you know how you can feel an electric stove is hot even if you don't touch it. It's
radiating heat.
It's not radiating heat. So you could put your hand right next to it and it wouldn't get warm, but the bone, something about it is making your magic Titan sickle heat up.
That makes sense. I'll lift it up the way and see what's inside. The Pulp Fiction scene with the suitcase, that's all I've got in my head.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Inside is a gemstone. But the gemstone, it's pink, sort of pinky purple, and it appears bonded to the box itself. You can't like remove it. Not that I'd imagine you'd want to. But yeah, it's the chest. The little box has little legs, and it is carved around the outside. And yeah, lifting up the lid, you find within a little red gemstone, that pinky purpley gemstone that sort of it pulses with a really like a heartbeat,
So
but quite slowly.
Do we smash it?
It depends what with. Yeah, magenta, I think is probably the color.
I'm gonna quickly look at his spell real quick. No, it's a corpse. Never mind. Okay.
Some
I mean-
holy water we could try.
That might not be enough. That vampires, yes, I wouldn't
Just
waste it. Needs
stand back.
What
Stand
about?
back.
Oh, you got something?
holy
Yeah,
magic is yes. Shall we? Or why don't we? This room is 10 feet by 20 feet, and Willem has a healthy regard for radiant magic. It's not awesome for him, so he's going to be as far away
Yeah.
from it as he can. He found he might actually go into the adjoining room. So in your own time, Master Smoothie.
I'll get close to it and say, if you can hear me in there, we'll do our best to open the gates so you can get what you're going. Sorry. And I will take 5 steps back and cast Guiding Bolt.
Very well. Yeah. So you put it on the ground, or you put it back on the claw, or what?
I don't think I really moved it. I just kind of
Sure.
took the lid off.
Oh, right. So you were okay, fine. Yeah, you were using the tip of the blade to. Then the dex check was unnecessary. Sorry, I assumed you were lifting the whole box up.
Nah.
No. Okay. Like an egg and spoon. No. Sure. Yeah. Then yeah, that's fine. You just flip the lid up. Yeah, cool. So it's still on the claw. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. 18.
Your blast goes wide. It was bang on until it sort of skirts around. It almost like deviates around and
Okay.
strikes the wall at the far end.
That's annoying.
Well,
Okay. Well, let's go with a moonbeam then, because it hits the damn thing,
Yeah?
regardless. So, let me just make sure it's radiant. I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So let's just do moonbeam, at standard level, and the box has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. It fails to save. Roll the damage.
All right.
I would say that this thing has no ability to resist radiant damage. However,
Only 5.
it does not appear damaged in any way. It's like it's just not enough.
It lasts for a minute, so
Yeah. This is just not a. I mean, you can roll again. Basically,
should I
Jack,
just roll?
You're welcome to
10
roll
more times? 9 more times?
9 more times. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 18d10.
No. Please. It's
Oh.
two at a time. The trick is, it is a single
Oh.
source. Has to do
okay.
a single amount of damage at a certain threshold.
Well, is it going to be, if it's 20, then I won't. If it needs
You need
more
2
than 20.
tens.
Oh Jesus.
It is 20 is the number you need. So you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, this is me giving you more of a hint than the book would normally let you. You're just not doing enough damage. 18 is very good, but not quite enough.
I get the feeling this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
is this just Smoothie like throwing bolts of stuff
He-
across the
No, it's-
room?
I'm imagining Smoothie just sort of
Nah, I can't be bothered with this, to be honest. But
summons the moonbeam,
won't.
it blasts
It doesn't
down on
matter.
it, and he just sort of focuses on it really hard, and the box, you can tell, is sort of, it's jittering and crackling, but it does not appear to be damaged by it. Guiding bolt was the way to go. You just need to hit it. It's got a high AC.
Right. I'm done. I'm good.
Okay.
How did it go?
It didn't. It's not working.
They are quite resistant. I imagine it's just an issue of hit it harder.
Is there anything else we can do to it? Like set it on fire? I could hit it really hard.
I have a sword.
Your sword, does it do holy damage?
Well, the one that I got off old mate, it glowed pretty bright when I booped the lich.
Well, yes, you can try it. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? It won't work. The thing is deliberately hardened to contain the soul of an evil man. Try that. Try it. Give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Big hit.
So gets out the longsword. So just before my sword hitting this thing and touching me,
Yes.
That
should be fine. I mean, Smoothie used his sword to touch it.
right. Yep. Cool. All right. 16.
Just bounces off.
And can I go again? As
Yeah,
a second attack?
You can hit it as many times as you like.
27?
This time your blade makes contact with the thing. Roll the damage.
12.
Yeah. Again, this time you definitely clock it, and there is this sort of ringing of a bell, but no damage appears to be done to the thing.
Well, this is annoying.
All right. What else is in this room?
Red curtains, like red velvet curtains, and a thick shag pile carpet.
Oh, okay. No, like potential. Here's how to kill me books. That was silly.
No.
Look.
Oh, if you're looking
Grasp
for
that straw.
advice, probably the people who taught him how to do this would probably be the best people to ask.
Oh. And
They're
that's-
Is that
downstairs.
The creepy ones in the
How long do we have to get this done?
Another 12 hours or so before he
Oh,
resurrects.
I'll try one more time.
you got this, man.
Natural one.
Oof.
I do have inspiration, apparently. Why not? At this
Do
point.
you?
Yeah, it says that on my character sheet.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Smoothie, you got this.
Come on, kid.
I've seen you kill all kinds of stuff. You're gonna be great. It's just a rock. You've got this.
13 plus 9.
Nine.
So
22.
22.
Hits.
Okay. Yep. Not enough.
I mean, unless you burn a higher level spell slot to do it.
I didn't.
No, alright. Then you don't. It doesn't work, sorry.
All right, look. we've
Yeah, the
got
damage,
time.
it sort of crunches into it, and a chunk flies off the box, but the gemstone itself does not appear damaged.
We still have time. There's a million books in this place. Isn't this like a hall of knowledge or whatever? There's got to be some kind of clue to how to get this done. Right?
Yes.
Guys?
Hey, Tony. Yes. I mean, you're welcome to have a look at the books. But the best place to ask would quite possibly be the people who taught him how to make it in the first place. Though, of course, they are also evil.
I mean, do you know which one to ask, though? There were quite a few of them.
There are 3 down in the. This is the. You recall where we found the coffins? There are 3 in there. They're the ones who probably taught him how to do this. And
Right.
Strahd.
Alright.
Those are the ones who actually met Strahd. Well, they
So,
all met Strahd.
Shall we have a chat then?
It's the best idea I can think of.
Yes. Splendid. Yes. All right. Cool. You do that. So, yeah, heading down the staircase, you find the party is still ongoing, you head downstairs, the large marble staircase, and I think we'll have a short bracelet there. Come back in 5 to 10 for a conversation with a couple more deeply evil beings. Woo! Cool. We will go for a short break, guys. Be back in 5 to 10. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Thank you for taking time out from your Baldur's Gate 3 activities to join us for some D&D, because let's be honest, that's what Dreaded GM, Lawwright, GM Workshop, Doom Donkey, and Wait Table are all doing right now. And fair enough. It looks fucking brilliant. But thank you for joining us for some D&D, guys. So we'll be back 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Avast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. We be back for some more Humblewood, for some more Humble Strahd, or Strumblewood, if you will. We are back in the Amber Temple, and the guys are trying to figure out how to break a phylactery. Phylactery? Phylactery.
Phylactery, I think.
Phylactery.
I
Yes.
follow what's it?
A phylactery. A phylactery is how the internet told me to pronounce it earlier. I've been doing it wrong for ages. So yeah, Trish and Selenox are heading down the marble stairs to go and talk to some amber monoliths. Smoothie, you joining?
I think he will just go like, find out what you can. I'm gonna, damn it, and then kind of sit down and just actually no, he won't. He will pace and then eventually sit down. It's like, go ahead, I'll be here.
Willem
And
looks like
internet,
he's
Jack is fine. Smoothie is annoyed. To be clear.
yeah. Willem looks like he is considering staying with Smoothie, but decides
What?
No. I don't even think Smoothie might notice, but yeah, it wouldn't be long.
I think he's
enough.
agitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be long enough for him to was like, oh, I'll go with the ladies.
Okay, cool.
Don't take it personally, mate.
No, I don't. I was considering it and decided against it before he even shouted at me. He needs a moment, and that's fine. I remember being young too. I know. They are 2 rooms away. You can maybe have heard that if you want. I hate it when they're right.
You're young. Shut up.
Slam the door.
Shut up!
Play some My Chemical Romance. Yeah,
You don't
you
understand me, old
Know
man.
me.
You don't know my life.
You don't even
don't
go
know
here.
love.
Can't even breathe. What do you know? Hurtful. All right. I'm not going to tell you how to live your lives, but these are the nasty. And you met the grave
Fantastic.
worm.
But they're trapped in the amber, so...
Oh, yeah, no, they can't hurt you, but they will offer you things. And, well, you've seen where those offers lead.
Telenox is gonna like put her talons behind her back, like yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just no rash decisions, team. Everyone.
All right. So we say no. Got it.
Just
Okay.
say no. Wow,
Just say no.
Say
this
no.
is this is an anti-drug commercial. We've got the
All right.
angsty teenager upstairs. We got just say no. We got shady figures offering shit. I love it.
Yes.
So we say no, but what's the line of questioning? Are we trying to find out about Strahd, or are we just trying to find out about the box of phylactery? What's it?
Well, the what's it has a time limit, so prioritize that. But hey, if you think they've got info on Strahd, we can always circle back. They're not
Shall
going
we-
anywhere.
Yeah, sounds good. Shall we just take one each and see how we go?
Sounds good.
All right. There
Alright.
is a western, a southern, and an eastern.
I want the one in the middle, Josh.
Southern. Very well.
So aggressive, and also
I'm happy that this is the one that you went with.
Oh, good.
Cool. So, Trish, this is it's a large pillar of amber, roughly cut. So it has facets on the outside, and within you can see a dark, smoky mass. Don't know exactly, but all of them had that sort of this basically a wisp of smoke bound in the amber. Each one looks a little different, and they do feel like they generally shift very, very slowly in the way smoke does. And you reach out and touch it. And within your mind, you hear, "Hello? What do you want?"
Well, my name's Trish, and I was wondering if you could tell me more about phylacteries?
Yes, I can tell you about phylacteries. Phylacteries? What do you want to know about them?
How to destroy them?
Oh, you don't want to make one of your own? You could be a lich,
thank
you know.
No, thank you. Maybe in 20 years. I've still got life to live, you know what I mean?
I
That's my
see, I
retirement
see.
plan.
Well, Trish, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Tenebrous. And,
Nice to meet you, Tenebrous.
yes, I know how to create the phylacteries. Basically, you get to 9th level spells, and, I can teach you how to make them, imbuing your power and your soul into a small box or container of some sort. Breaking them is quite an easy thing. You just need some very powerful magic to break them with. Something holy or radiant magic. Anything to do with the sun, which, it might be a little bit difficult in Barovia.
Yeah. Bit of a gloomy place, huh? Holy magic and sunlight. Okay.
Basically, just smack it as hard as you can. Possibly holy weapons like a paladin's spear or something, imbued with their powerful holy smite. That might do it.
Okay, holy smite. Thank you so much. This has been very helpful.
You're very welcome, and you've been very polite. I like this.
You too. Thank you. It's been a good chat. And
Take your
I
hand
know
away.
about.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
you go. You got the right one straight up. Selenox, which
really
of the three were
nice.
you going to touch?
West.
West. Excellent. Actually, yeah. Okay, sure. This one is good for you. Same deal. Vexed Perch, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Somebody liked my Tenebrous voice. Yeah, quite like that one. I've been saving that one for a special occasion. The vestige you see within it, this one, as you reach out to touch it, it almost feels like the smoke is reaching towards you as well, Selenox, as all 6 of your claws on one hand touch the thing simultaneously. You gonna touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you touch. And within your mind you hear, "Hello." Selenos.
Hello. Oh, how do you know my
Wow.
name? That's creepy, mate.
You have been spoken of.
Spoken of? By whom?
You have drawn the eye of one you are well.
Ah, does he come to check in with you often, does he?
No, but I am one of the ones who taught him how to be what he now is. I am his father, in a way.
Well, there was someone who was going around saying they were his mother, and that didn't end very well for them. So
I would not claim.
careful what you wish for.
I would not claim a familial bond in the way of that one. But I was the one who showed him how to become what he now is.
As in,
A vampire.
wow, that far back. Hasn't he been one of them for quite some time? Was that pre or post giving up the one that you love and
Ooh.
never being able to love again?
That is how one.
Oh, I thought you got bit.
That is how you make others. He was the first. I showed him the gift.
Ah. Well,
Interesting.
I'm sure this whole place is real thankful for that, mate.
You might be surprised.
Well, yeah, I mean, the place we're in right now, they're probably actually thankful. But any tips on ending the gift while I got you talking?
He says, tips on killing Strahd. Strong advice is don't try. Many have. None have succeeded. Beings mightier than you. And you would seem to be an odd choice for the job anyway. Have something of Strahd about you, you know. He has taken a shine.
I mean, technically, I didn't ask you how to kill him. I asked you how to end the gift.
Ah. Well then. That's an entirely different. Are you one to make bargain?
Yeah. Nah. Nah. What's the bargain?
Frantically scribbling down Josh's favorite moment.
I'm doing it too, yeah.
Mitts off, you fuckers. That's mine.
I was writing it as well. See who's first.
He says that there is a chuckle, and he says, one of the surest ways to defeat him is to supplant him. Or you could rule this place better than he.
No, thank you. No, I could not, and no, I will not. I heard some of... What? Anyway, we're trying to get rid of a phylactery. What's it? If you're not going to tell me how to deal with that problem, maybe you could tell me about how to deal with this one.
Didn't ask about the factory.
No, I haven't. Can we get rid of one?
Yes, that is easy. Well, it's simple. Easy is not necessarily what. Take it out and leave it in the sun. It'll burn eventually. But the simplest is destroy it.
Thanks. And
you may struggle to find anything that can do it here. Though, were a vampire of strength wanting to do so, consuming the gem may well.
And
Take Exethantar's power for them.
well, great. I got one more question, if you'll indulge me. Oh, you didn't tell me your name, mate.
I am Amaterasu.
Amaterasu.
Nice.
Strahd. Does he have one of these black or what's it?
He does not need one.
Yeah, right. And
His
we're back
soul
to.
is not his own, but it is within him.
That must suck. All right.
I don't recommend it.
You just tried to tell me to do it like 5 minutes ago.
That's
All right.
not what the deal you would be making. You don't even want to hear the deal?
I thought you said that the deal would be that. All right, go on then.
Oh, you twist my arm.
Have all the powers of Strahd. Would be more than strong enough to plant him if you wish or not. Take this place back to where it came from if you want. Do basically whatever it is. I am offering demigod. It would be one with the night, capable of forming in various kinds of animals at will. Seep under through doors, drink the blood of foes, but he that is Strahd does not need to. You would not be bound by the rules of most vampires. You would be the one that rules them.
I'm waiting for the bit where you tell me what I need to give to you to be a.
There is a process, one that Strahd performed, and that is why he gave his soul. I would look for something of equal value, but I allow you to make the choice of whose.
Right. Well, thanks for the offer. Nice talking to you. Enjoy the rest of eternity in your.
Yes. Enjoy your short boon.
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
Will.
Say hi to my mate next time you see him, eh? I'm going to take my hand off.
Yeah. Hangs up phone.
Well, he was a bundle of laughs. Any luck?
Yeah, the Muppet was super helpful, actually. Holy magic, smite, holy weapons, anything to do with the sun. That's the sort of stuff we're looking for.
Great. So, don't need to talk to the other one then. Great, let's go. Or did Willem already talk to him?
Willem's was reaching out and said, no, I don't need to. Unless you're
can if you
interested in
want
what they
to.
have to say.
I mean,
yes,
you can
because
have-
Josh really wants to roleplay that.
Well, I actually wasn't sure if Willem would want to touch them, but
Willem reaches out and touches him.
Do it.
And he closes his eyes for a few minutes. And then his eyes flutter open again and says, huh, you lady.
why did everyone else get the nice?
You're welcome to talk to the Corpse Star if you want to.
What did she want to give you?
power to resurrect.
In exchange for what?
It would actually cost me less than most. Essentially, you have. Well, as you know, they don't always tell you the exact cost. But I believe that you would be able to resurrect yourself. However, you would remain with the appearance of a corpse. You'd be alive, though. So it's a step up for me.
Alright.
Maybe you should... Is there a chance of you coming back from what you are, or...?
No, I'm dead.
I thought we were supposed to just say no.
We say no, and then we discuss as a group.
Oh, right. Well, that one.
Could I have tried at this point to blow it up? Because Jack would actually like to be part of this conversation.
Jack, make me an attack roll.
All right. So, well, we got the... Oh, right. We're going to use... Yeah, okay. We're going to use one and then... Yeah, right. So this is at fourth level.
Jack has just spent 10 minutes... Smoothie has just spent the last 10 minutes praying, doing a... Invoke the Amaranthines. Right.
Right. And misses, but we'll use the 12. So then it would hit. And I'm casting at fourth level. So please, for the love of fucking Christ...
7d6s.
His name's Titon?
No!
Jack.
Yes.
You have a d4 bonus.
Let's do it. I mean, it's... I don't even want to roll. We're one. Ah!
Come on, roll it. We like rolling dice.
I don't! I want it to be over!
I think Jack has made it very clear that.
There you go, 21!
Oh, well...
Can you please describe?
Oh...
What does frustrated Smoothie...
Well, Jack is... that's interesting. I think, narratively speaking, he just can't quite concentrate, and like this is, just kind of him pacing around and he's trying different things and it just isn't working, and he simply grabs this rock and chucks it at the wall.
Oh.
And it just...
And it becomes the guiding bolt. Yeah. Amusingly, because the first guiding bolt hit, you would have had advantage on the second. It just shatters.
It's very amusing.
It just shatters. And...
Really amused.
Oh no, you wouldn't, because the next person who attacked it was Selenox.
No, it was me. I tried to... Well, no, it was me.
No, you missed the first time, then the second time you didn't. But that would have given Selenox advantage when she started wailing on it.
Which wouldn't have done anything anyway.
Which wouldn't have helped because she wasn't doing enough damage. She also wasn't using a radiant weapon. Though that sword would have worked, but not for reasons. For a very specific reason. If Trish had done it with that sword, maybe. Because Trish can sneak attack.
There you go.
There was a few different ways for you guys to do this.
I'll leave the remnants.
Yeah.
Well,
there is a boom as this gemstone hits the wall. And the noise from the party upstairs, which you've been able to hear this entire time, stops. Just...
Shit. We got...
Yep.
Yeah, Willem is already going on. Like,
we're
Smoothie! You alright? Smoothie, there is chunks of gemstone in your floof.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie down. No, I'm not.
Oh my god!
No, it's all good. No, he will kind of dust himself off and go. Oh, sorry.
Try it again, did you?
It was a point of pride at this point.
I assumed that, yes. Well, good job. That did it. Well done.
Smoothie
Yeah,
married.
nice work, Smoothie.
Yeah, thanks.
My boy!
What did we learn, find out, do?
Apparently, hitting it with holy magic is the way to go. Who knew?
Wow. I can see why these are ancient wizards.
Yes,
So
yes.
clever.
Very smart. Mm.
Yeah.
I imagine it's slightly more involved making it in the first place.
Go ahead.
I talked to a guy who made Strahd what Strahd is, apparently.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, they're the one that made him
Vampire.
the first vampire.
Trying to keep serious. Fuck off. Okay. But the story always went that he lost Tatiana and went berserk.
Nah, well, I mean, if I'm putting together things properly, the first person I talked to, or thing I talked to, seemed to think there was a sacrifice necessary. I get the impression that the loss of the brother, well, was deliberate, based around becoming what he is.
So he made a deal, and then I don't think he would say anything. He just kind of, it just kind of crests over him that it was more premeditated than he was aware of. The murder of Sergei.
Yeah.
But he will keep as best he can, a poker face on this.
I mean,
And just okay. All
if
right.
you, I mean, if you want to ask him anything, they seem to be quite happy to talk about it. But I strongly suggest you say no to anything they're offering. Didn't sound good. Didn't sound worth it.
Yeah, okay. And what did they offer?
Oh, they said they'd make me a demigod.
That's
Okay.
not a bad offer, really. What were they?
Well,
what was the price?
A soul?
Sounds
Ah.
right.
Yours or someone's?
Didn't seem too fussed on that point.
Well, if you're going to be a demigod, probably don't view others the same. You're the sort of person who wants to become a demigod. There's a certain amount of ego there. That's all I'm saying. You said no, so I'm presuming that you were very dismissive of the idea, so I figure that making that observation is not an insult.
So one was the vampire ancestor. The other
Yes.
was who was that? The other person Trish, you spoke to them?
Oh, I didn't get what he was about. Just some old dude. He seemed to know a lot about phylacteries. He wanted to tell me how to make one. He did tell me how to make one, but I wasn't interested. I just wanted to know how to
stuff?
destroy it.
Okay. Are we done then?
Almost. Willem,
Yes. Oh,
Willem's got an interesting
I
offer.
spoke to a lovely lady named Zundun. She's the corpse star. Yes, she offered the ability to resurrect the dead, the ancient dead specifically. They've been. It doesn't matter how long they've been dead. You can whoop, and they're fine. As long as you can find some element of them, you can just res them straight up. The problem is it's better than being dead. They will look like a corpse.
Oh, I thought you were saying you'd look like a corpse if you took
You can do it to anybody, including yourself, presumably. And so I would, if I said yes, I would touch myself, and then I would be alive, but I'd look like a corpse.
Be alive but look dead.
But
I am already dead anyway. It's actually a step up to have a heartbeat and the ability to taste things. People already think I look like a corpse because I do. The downside is that you're alive. And I know that doesn't feel like a downside, but in fact my state is quite useful in this moment. I was tempted.
Yeah. I would be too.
But the ability to resurrect basically anybody you like.
but is the price just that they look like?
You look like a corpse too.
Yeah, that's what I thought was.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did I see any other magic stuff?
I apologize. Sorry. It was I didn't express that well because the DM hadn't read the thing properly. The person is resurrected properly, but you look like a corpse. So if I did it to myself, I'd be alive, but I would look like a corpse. I imagine I don't think I'd get away with it. It would be a step up though.
Does it need materials?
No. You just do it. Smoothie. I am neither your father, no relation to you at all. You know little of. You are a worshipper.
I've already broken the rules. I helped bring back that boy. It's, Trish, if it doesn't work with your family,
I hadn't even thought of that. I just thought
I sent a diamond, but I haven't. I
Well,
miss.
they're not. Sudan is not going anywhere. Come back. It may not feel like a lot to give. But wandering around looking like a corpse. Not great.
I hadn't even considered it for any of us. I thought it might be good for you, Willem.
It might well, and I may well indulge after. And we manage to restore Lord Argynvost. Before we get his skull back, I'll nip up here. Eggs undone up on our offer. Not a bad one, to be honest. Step up for me, then I'll get one more mortal life to live out. Looking a bit odd, but honestly in Barovia. I wonder if I'd look like me again. I mean, I'm rather used to this at this point.
Maybe we should go. I think we've been in this temple for too long.
This place is not good.
Not
I
like
thank
it's
you.
going.
It's not
Anyway.
like it's going anywhere. No, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Was there any other rooms, or have we checked them all out? The secret door rooms, all that.
Oh, there is probably loads more. You want to stay?
Oh,
For your
Smooth-
cleanup. Yeah.
Oh, I can come back and we've dealt with the big stuff. There's probably a few more ghosts and such.
What were you gonna say, Solomon?
didn't you mention there was magic in 3 directions from the room?
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Well,
Asking about.
I mean, you can look if you like. The party is gone.
Yeah.
You are now standing in the upstairs library, and it's empty. The beanbags are gone. The bookshelves are still there, and the books are still on them, but the orgy is gone.
I wouldn't have detect magic up anymore. So I will point in the direction where I thought I saw it and just go,
Yeah.
shall one more and then we'll call it. Yeah?
Yes, very well.
Are we gonna go back for that chariot?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes. We're very well then. Yeah. You go back to the Lich's bedroom and have a look in the southern wall for another door. Investigation checks, please.
You still
Can
have
I
advantage.
investigate with my
sorry.
shoulder again, please?
You can. 17 is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I got a 7. That's not great.
Yeah. Smoothie, you are. I don't know. You can explain this away however you like. I'm guessing wanting to distract himself.
Well, what was the trigger? Because whatever it is, I imagine he kicks it and like hurts himself. But
Love
then
it.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one I hadn't actually anticipated you going through because it's not relevant, but you cast a spell that would detect that magic. So,
Yes.
yeah, there is let's say that you kick a stool that flies into and knocks over a candelabra, and the candelabra is attached to a lever that pulls, that just pulls down, and everyone goes, oh, and as it goes to fall, and it just stops about halfway down, and then the door clicks and swings open. And yeah, there is a narrow corridor that leads to a doorway at the far end. And have a look here. Yes, the door is open a crack. And torches in sconces illuminate a dining table in the center of this room. This is the northwest annex. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with the rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, and piping hot gravy and wine.
There's still a feast,
Yep.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
but everything else disappeared. I thought.
Well, only one way to find out, or we can leave it there.
You don't want to eat it, do you? That seems like a.
And Willem goes, allow me.
Fair.
Goes to drink
Yeah.
it and goes, no, it's an illusion.
But how?
Huh. Something else is powering it.
Well, yes, presumably.
Okay. Trish, do you mind?
Yeah, let me have a look. I'm going to use another magic awareness to give this room a good old sweep.
Yep. Trish, you can sense 7 undead in this room. Besides Willem, so 8 total. However, you can also sense in the center of the room, in the center of the table, is a jug that is actually there, as opposed to everything else, which isn't. The jug is very magical. It contains transmutation magic.
What's transmutation again?
Like polymorphing.
Oh. All right.
Trap?
Potentially.
I feel like
We're
we're
not
pushing our luck
alone in
here.
this room.
Okay.
But we don't mean anyone any harm, as you can see. We have undead friends. So...
Some of my best friends are undead.
friends are undead!
Or
So-
elemental constructs. I love elementals.
Yeah.
Trish, make me a persuasion check.
The one time I get rid of calm emotions.
Oh, 7.
You say those things that you said.
Maybe we should
And I'll mention him.
go.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea. Don't touch the jug.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. It'll be on the list of things to deal with, I imagine. Thank you for helping me find it.
Okay.
Do you want the jug? Probably. There's, like...
If you want the jug, grab it, man.
It's magic jug. Be
Yes.
careful of the jug.
Well, all right then. All right, let's just leave it. Let's leave it. We don't need it.
I mean, I think a magic jug would be cool.
Grab it if you want. I mean, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but you're dead.
Well, actually, I have no need of the magic jug, I suppose.
Do you want to grab it and bring it back to us?
I'm just honestly helping. I can pick it up if you like. Willem goes over and picks up the jug.
Okay.
Instantly, the feast disappears.
Yep.
And materializing around him are 7 spectral forms who all screech and lunge in at him. He goes, and he puts it back down again, and they do not stop attacking him.
Can I
roll
turn undead?
initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great. Do that first.
Okay, well, they have to make a saving throw against me. So, let me just quickly look for a turn undead.
Ooh.
Sorry, I gotta find it. Because I can see destroy undead, but that's not relevant right now. Class features, Divine Domain, Eyes of Night, Vigilant Blessing, Twilight Sanctuary, Steps of Night. Where is it?
Holy.
Did you roll well?
No.
Okay. I think the DC's 16 for the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
6 of the 7 of them.
Okay. Well, depending on their challenge rating, if they are challenge rating 1 or lower, they just
Checking. I'm glad they check. They are 1. Wow. Okay. Yeah. 6 of them just fade.
yeah, I'll put up the
And-
shield and it glows. I think actually for the first time with sun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh God!
And only the one that is nearest Willem and behind him is shielded from this by him. And this blast doesn't catch him. And it screeches. It gets an 11 plus 2, so 13 for its initiative. Trish got a 19. I saw that.
Oh, sorry.
Willem got a 19 as well. 22. Yeah.
18.
And 18. You all get to go before it, including Willem. Ah, kill it! Ah! He picks the jug back up and he's like, nope, that didn't work. Fine, fuck it. Kill! So, Smoothie.
Sorry, I only got 10. I misread this.
Oh.
So I'll go after him, I guess.
You're going to go after. Smoothie, go for it.
Yeah, I'll just cast a guiding bolt at second level.
Do it.
20.
Hits.
15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. It glows. Oh, cool. Yeah. It really didn't enjoy that. And it sort of hisses and shields its eyes. This is the spectral form of a tall and willowy female. What's the word I'm looking? It's the race of Corvum. And yeah, this raven folk, but pale blue, and shields its eyes as this strikes it in its chest. It does not appear to actually feel the damage. It definitely takes some, but it's the light that's upsetting it. And it now glows faintly. Now your magic is moonlight, isn't it? So it's pale blue. Is this glow that is surrounding her?
Yeah. So the next person has advantage against her.
Trish.
All right, I'm gonna stab it with my lance
Yeah, Trish.
for a 24.
Does in fact, yes.
Damage. And I'm getting sneak because my boy
Yeah,
is
you are.
standing right
Yep.
next to it.
Yeah.
Sneak damage. Sneak.
Trish, how do you do this?
I'm kind of like stand up on the table, a little bit indignant. Let's just grab magic stuff. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Hey, you
Stab.
told me to!
I told you to leave it.
Sorry, I apologize. He told me to! You stab it, and more like you're arguing with Willem. You're not even really looking. You just stab it, and it fades, and the combat ends. Well done. And yeah. Willem's like, well, now we have a magic jug.
Superb. If we ever want to trick someone into thinking they're gonna get fed, we can do that.
I think
Try
it
pouring
actually
it.
isn't. That's not necessarily what it does.
Right.
Yes, let's try. I don't know. He swirls it. Smells like wine.
Okay.
I wouldn't know, but do one of you want to try it?
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
I mean,
Absolutely not.
he pours it and it's not acidic, or in any way. I don't. It's not burning or anything. So it's not hurting a dead person.
Yeah, that's so reassuring.
Best I can do, I'm afraid. It
Yes,
smells like
it-
wine.
Selenox will have a swig.
It tastes like wine. It's wine.
Oh! Never ending wine? Is that... That's kind of cool.
No necessarily never ending, but it could, well, given that the kind of magic, I believe Miss Caper said it was transmutation magic, it could well be. Are you alright there, Smoothie?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it. Selenox's.
Oh,
elbow.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pleasant red. Probably a Cab Merlot.
All right,
And-
easy there, mate.
Nerg, yes. Nereg, sometimes they do when I ask. Yeah. I will get people to roll when it's relevant. Yeah. It contains about a gallon of fluid, and you have basically you can determine that any fluid placed in this becomes red wine.
Awesome.
Cool.
Probably quite a valuable item, that. Actually, particularly here where wine is the ambrosia.
Right, so if we decide to retire, we just open a pub?
Yes, with one
True.
specific beverage.
Just that. Nothing else.
Water
Just that.
and this.
Yeah, nah, the water we can take or leave.
I will walk out with it clutched.
I think we might need to work on that.
He's a little keen.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm tiny. I'm just going with the size.
A gallon is a fairly large jug, yeah. Cool. Because a gallon is what, 4 pints, I think? Which is, a little over 2 liters. Quite a bit. Yeah. Cool. Our American friends could probably tell us how much a gallon is.
Indeed.
It's not something we use in the rest of the
It's a
world.
gallon.
The rest of the world.
Why we crashed on Mars. Gallon is about 4 liters. There you go. Thank you, Tony.
That's
cool.
a lot.
Yeah, I had it and it was 4 somethings, and I thought it was pints. No. Gallon is 8 pints, which is 4 liters. There you go. Thanks, Lizelle. Yeah.
Don't drink all of that.
That's a lot of wine.
I'm not
Don't
drinking.
drink any of that. It's still
4
late
liters.
morning.
That's heavy.
I took it, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But I am.
So we're gonna get this
Getting
golden
quartz.
chariot.
Yes. So yes. How
Have we got?
amusingly,
Oh!
Miss Capo, we have a horse now.
I was gonna say, there's a horse in your jacket. Hey,
And we can load it
we
up.
know that.
Yes, she knew that.
I mean, I know
that.
Trish knew that, but did Trish show
Did
us?
Trish
yeah,
share
you
that
showed
knowledge?
us. Yeah.
Did you?
I don't know if I shared the specifics. I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm keeping this cool
It
code.
is for
Yeah.
a horse.
In which case, then we don't say that because neither of us knew.
Yeah, we're just like,
Yeah.
we need something to pull that
Need
chariot.
something to pull it with, and I'm not that strong, I'm afraid.
Well, it's would be nice if we had some kind of horse, but it's...
What are we doing with this chariot again?
There's a chariot. We were going to fill it with gold, I believe, or treasure.
There's a chariot. It's worth 750 gold, and then there's a skull.
Well, if you can find somebody to buy it.
Yeah, who's
The
buying
wizard-
a chariot in Barovia?
The people at the Wizard of Wines, remember they talked to us? And they said that they do a lot of deals and things, and they said they had things that I could use.
Right.
Also, if we did do a retcon, so I don't know if this is still true, but I seem to remember a card that had wine in it.
Yeah. That you thought might relate to the wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Chariot's like 2/3 of a wagon, right? Yeah, exactly, Crispin.
mean, we don't need to take it if you don't want. I just thought we'd said we'd go back for it, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, we'll take it.
I mean, I thought the whole point of you guys coming up here was to loot the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kill the Santa.
It's been 3 months IRL, so I think we're good.
Yes.
Do we want any of these books? Not much use for me, but and to be honest, they
we
got
can't
a
really use them, but go ahead.
pretty nasty vibe about them.
Yes. Willem goes over to them and is like, I don't know if you've ever actually had a look in them. And he shows you, and they're blank.
Oh,
Oh, are they
Magic.
Place is the worst.
I believe it's magically locked, so if you know the
Magically
correct
locked.
spell, then you can make them...
right? All right. So
okay.
Bishop Blood. Wait, the jug is just a Brita filter, but with wine. Yes.
Let's get the hell out of here. I
yeah.
hate this place.
Whatever's seemingly valuable,
Yeah.
let's
All
just
right.
put it in the wagon and start making our way. Though I will say to Willem, what about your leader? I remember something about a skull being important. Argynvoss skull?
Yes, that's
Is that
it.
gonna
That's
help
at Castle
your leader?
Ravenloft.
That's gonna help your leader?
Yes, that'll make him sane.
there's the dragon skull
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Argan's...
at the castle.
Which we
yes.
need to somehow transport, but pull him for another day.
But no, you did cover this with them. Basically, It's as long as if you can get it out of the castle, then they can come and get it.
Well, maybe
When you go into the castle, I will accompany you. So when you are ready to assault Ravenloft, I will come with you.
Wow.
Then, when you get the skull out of Ravenloft, I will die, kill myself, and return to the knights at Argynvostold and resurrect. And then we will come and get the body. Come and get the skull. We will do the transport. You only need to get it out of the castle.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's all I've got. So, unless anyone wants to add anything.
So,
Can I try and pull the chariot?
Yeah.
Hang on. Guys, I want to show you a
Hang on,
magic trick.
there's no need to hang on. Like, we got this. It's all good. Ugh.
You sure?
What? Is there
Well-
something cool?
I want to see a magic trick.
I was gonna show you a magic trick. Ready?
Okay.
I get the coat out and I like have it sort of like a matador blankety thing,
Mhm.
and I just sort of flourish it around a few times.
You're
and I
in
try
now
and-
in the treasure chamber room, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pick a card.
So you've gone
We're
downstairs.
inside,
Yes.
and I want to rip off, open up the patch for the horse in such a way that I reveal a horse. I slide my hand back.
You do that. You
Oh, God.
absolutely do that. The magic doesn't mean that you
Cannibal.
don't even need to roll it. You and it's like Willem goes. She's actually getting quite good at this.
Did it just shit on the floor?
That was very, very good. And there is now a riding horse that obeys you.
And just to be clear, horses are normal in this.
Yeah. You've seen some. Not many,
Yeah.
but you've seen a few. You rode
Yeah.
with some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smoothie is completely familiar with these things. Trish is probably still a little weirded out by them.
It's a little...
It nickers and comes over and sort of just nudges your head with its own.
What's their name, Trish?
That's cool.
That
Her
was well
name
done.
is- What does she look like? What's my horse look like?
The important questions.
I need to know so I can name her.
A
Mane, colour.
dappled grey, mostly grey coat, but dappled with sort of lighter and darker spots, and then a long black mane with quite long fetlocks and a very full tail.
You've got a Hungarian half-breed there. I played Redemption 2 before.
I haven't. I have no idea what I just described. Sounds great.
Yep.
Her name is Thunder, and I love her.
Yeah, that's fair. Narek, it's a cloak of useful items, and yeah, it's got a patch on it which contains a riding horse. You can't now reattach that patch, but you now have a riding horse called Thunder. She's lovely. She is not good in a fight. Thunder.
I would never.
No.
How is she at
Thundercard.
pulling chariots?
How is she at climbing
Lady.
stairs?
Oh.
Horses can climb stairs.
Yeah, 100% they can.
Up.
Are you,
They
or-
can't go
I mean,
down.
Salmas can probably lift
You're
this.
thinking of cows.
Oh, that's cows. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is not a problem.
I know what I'm doing. It's
How
fine.
do you know this?
Hey?
How do you know that?
It's the way their legs are jointed. It's actually bullshit as well. They can. It's just difficult. But yeah, the way their legs bend make it very difficult for them to go downstairs.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
Did some asshole just try to nudge a cow
I
down
just, you've
some
got to
stairs
wonder.
to find
But
out?
yeah, it came up in Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. There was I thought as I remember, it was a horse up some stairs, and it just couldn't get
might have
down. But yeah, because they have similar legs. It's I think most of them, but it's actually bullshit. They can get downstairs if they need to.
They just don't like it.
Yeah, they're just very bad at it. It's slow. But yeah,
Is she friendly?
yeah,
She's friendly.
Okay.
Sumpter or Roundsea.
Sure.
Horses do stairs, but not well. Thanks, Tony. Yeah.
And I will, if it allows me, I'll do the on the side of them nose.
Oh, right. They're horse types. Okay. Yeah, it's very friendly. The horses lick your face?
Some do.
Nudge you, like sniff
Yeah,
you.
they're more than yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start trying to attach the chariot.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. Selenox, it's a bit different because you're used to doing it with beetles. But yeah, the straps are all mostly the same. It's
I'll
slightly,
show her what to do.
Yeah, the prongs are narrower, but otherwise, it's basically the same. Yeah, you are possibly a little bit surprised at how similar it is. And yeah, you managed to get yourself a very fancy mode of transportation. At worst, the three of you now have a faster means of getting around. Because it's designed for two people, but a third person could ride the horse. And Smoothie isn't very big, so yeah, I reckon Thunder could probably manage the three of you with this chariot.
I am preparing aid every day now, so that Thunder has more hit points every day. That is it.
Was there
You make
anything,
a telepathic link with the horse.
was there
Send-
anything
cast
else
sending.
heavy and valuable in that room?
So-
I have down the chariot and the skull.
So there are the money that's valuable in here. There are there are a pile of ingots of iron ingots worth 250 gold pieces total, and they weigh 2,500 pounds, which is an awful lot. There are set of 12 copper chalices with silver filigree, each worth 25 gold pieces. A gilded skull with red garnets in the eyes, that's 250. A bronze... Oh, yeah, there's one pile you didn't actually search. Oh, no, you did. You saw a life-size wooden pony in the middle. A bronze crown with tiny gem-eyed dragons for spires, that was worth 750. That was quite a fancy thing. There was the obsidian scepter with gold filigree. That was 2,500 gold pieces. I think Helvig found that.
Did he take it with him?
I think he did.
Nah.
A child-sized sarcophagus made of black wood inlaid with gold. That's worth 250 gold pieces. You could fill the sarcophagus with electrum pieces.
Yeah, whatever we.
There are
can fill it with.
6,600 electrum pieces.
Whatever we can fill it with that doesn't affect Thunder's pulling. Like as long as he's comfortable. I apologize.
There is also 10 pieces of jewelry worth 250 gold pieces each, and 500 gold pieces in a rotted wooden chest. You could put either that or the electrum pieces in a child-sized sarcophagus onto the chariot. That would basically be both one or the other. That would be what the chariot could carry.
All right. Okay. Well.
Shiny things or shiny things?
Yeah. Whatever we can fit. Let's make our way to Wizards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Let's
say
take the...
the jewelry would probably make more sense. It'd be easier to flog.
So 10 jewelry and each of them is worth 250?
Yeah. As I
And-
recall, Trish has already hoiked out one for herself.
Yeah, I have a necklace in my... I have
Yeah.
some
Okay.
jewelry in my inventory already.
So 9 jewelry and then one's with Trish
And
and
500 gold
Yep.
pieces.
500 gold pieces.
there
Can we
was
take
also-
the skull as well?
You can take the skull, and there was also a bunch of gemstones.
Would any fit the requirements for a scrying thing? Because that's quite specific, but just out of
It
curiosity.
is. They are all 50 gold piece gemstones. There are 30 of them.
All right.
And I
Yeah,
think the
if-
scrying one is 100, is it?
I think it's 1,000.
Yeah.
So,
then.
we'll talk later about it. It's
Yeah.
kind of boring to do it on stream, but yeah, if
It won't allow you to
maybe
skip
we'll-
past child-sized sarcophagus. Be sad.
Oh yes, I'm very aware of the old days, like the Gary Gygax days. Of like, you find 1 million gold in copper.
Yeah. Carrying around a billion a billion coins.
Yeah, it's like, well, you find the gold, now you got to take it back.
What was the
That's
joke?
the game.
What was the joke? That someone worked out the worth of various fantasy creatures. Smaug was the second richest fantasy creature ever.
Awesome.
And he is like a quarter the worth of Bezos.
Josh, don't make me angry. What are we doing? Why are you
It's
doing
just like,
this?
you saw Smaug's room in the film, and you're like, Bezos has 4 of those. I'm like, what?
One can only hope he'll
about our
actually try to
stupid
Scrooge
reality.
McDuck and actually kill himself doing it. Like, I hope so.
Yeah, just go swimming in that.
Yeah, and then
It
break
actually
its neck.
acts
Good.
mostly like a solid wall. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you retrieve. I'll work out the exact amount and tell you how much money you have, essentially.
Yeah.
Eat the rich. No, they're probably all stringy. Okay, so you plunder this treasury, and then you, with some difficulty, convince Thunder to pull a chariot full of gold out of the Amber Temple and back down the way to Argynvostolt. And I think we'll leave it there. Nicely done. Good job, everybody. Guys, that was super fun. I'm really glad you did go and talk to Tenebrous and Amarasu. Yeah, cool. Well, guys, that's been excellent and super fun. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all had fun. And now we're going to do what we like to do at the end of our sessions. We do our favourite moments, where we talk about the session that was and tell each other how well we did, because it's nice to be affirmed by your friends. So let's do some affirming. Guys, who would like to go first? Well, no. Can I get Nereg? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Can you roll me a D4 in chat? Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 4. Like this. Got the end at least. Yes, absolutely you did. But now we are talking about what we did. So yeah, if you could do that for me. Tony got a 2, but I want Nereg from it. If Nereg will be so kind. If not, we'll take Tony's 2, which would be Trish. This is how we decide who we talk about first. A 4. No space between the it's just exclamation mark roll. There you go. There we go. A 3. We will talk about Smoothie first, and then we will talk about Trish. Thank you very much. So, favourite smoothie moments. Favourite Jack, everybody. Thank you very much, Narek.
Good night,
Hey,
Grandpa.
Rusty Tonics. What did you
Jumped
say?
on it.
Good night, Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh, so
My
fucking
heart.
good. Oh, yes.
Biden.
Good
Cute.
night, Grandpa. Yeah. I really liked the
Episode
detail
title.
of teaching them to dance.
Mm.
That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
I was trying to fit more Vistani stuff, but like try and keep it to a limited understanding,
Yeah.
and that's what I came up with.
Yeah. It's like they have hundreds of dances. This is the one you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really like that. Did all the work. Yeah.
I liked the way you absolutely messed up those ghosts. That was kind
Yeah.
of the whole thing, and you were just like,
Nope.
incredible.
Nope.
Destroy
I
Undead is
rolled
fantastic.
so badly. I rolled all 7, and I got a 19, and then 8, 6, 8, 5, like a bunch under 9. I got 1 dice above 10, and it was a 19. And so yeah, the one that stuck around, and then you just like, nope. It was very cool. I was just like, oh, I'm glad, because I didn't really want to do that combat either. I enjoyed, I'm not sure which one of you did it, but one of you, like, Willem was getting very mixed messages. He was like, no, fucking fine, I'll get it. And I kind of think it was Smoothie and Selenox were like, go get it. And Trish was like, no. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, the noping the combat with this shield. That was very cool. Jack, favorite self. And chat, Bishop Blood says Smoothie becoming an alcoholic. Yeah, that's low-key interesting. I'm keen to see where that goes.
Yeah, let's talk about that since my one was going to be the Sunshield as well. It was something I was playing with anyway. It's fun that we ended up with the bottomless thing, because I kind of imagined that he hasn't been sleeping very well anyway, and rather than in a meta sense kind of affecting you guys because you kind of need the spells, I'm like, okay, but how would he try and sleep?
Yeah.
And yeah, and I don't want to make that too dramatic or like, you know, I am sensitive to that stuff. So like, guys, let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. People who've been affected by that, I hope I did it justice. But I thought that was an appropriate response, especially given that is one of the few things that Barovians still have access to.
Yeah. It's a very Barovian solution to that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed kind of playing with that, and I'm also kind of enjoying mucking around with the mask that he feels he needs to kind of put on, like which slips at times, but it's just like, hey guys, everything's fine, you know, which is fun. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah. Narek, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Well, Tony rolled a 2, so we will now talk about Rach. Favorite Rachel moment. Yes. And chat, if you have some as well, please let us know. Huddling the statue. Or like, yeah, getting out the statue and having a good old like mental talk to it was really cool. I love that you keep bringing it in, and I'm like, yep, I'm leaning in on that. Hells yeah. And the decision that when you woke up hugging it or spooning it, you'd had a really good night. That was nice. I really, really liked that.
I had it and then I lost it. Okay.
Bishop Blood, the ghost wouldn't count.
The reaction to the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. just the joy.
That nicely.
Yeah. I loved the switch with it as well, because it was like, oh, like investigating this thing that you hate, and you like broke the glasses, and then like ripping this thing off, and then the switch from like, oh, actually this thing is quite cool. And
yeah, this rules. I can detach where I got it from how cool it is.
Yeah. And finding the lightness there.
The impromptu Arthur cameo. Yeah, the boat just arrives. But Arthur isn't all boats. He's one specific boat, Bishop Blood.
Quick question before I go on. Rach, what did you gender the horse? Was it her or him?
It's a girl.
It's a lady.
Right. So, it was
Not actually, but Trish doesn't know. No, it is.
She knows.
Look, I'm still weird that they're not wearing pants. So I'm not going to look
sure
that
they're
close.
mammals. Pretty sure she'd figure it out.
I know.
But her name is Thunder, and I love her. Was fantastic. I really like that. And the magic trick around it. Like,
yes. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Favorite self? Have less ominous music.
I just liked the disrespect I had for the remains of the thing that killed my friend. You describing those cool glasses, I'm like, yeah, step on him. I don't give a fuck.
Wow, okay. 250 gold pieces, but sure.
Don't give a shit. That was fun for me.
Imagine having a paladin. Yeah.
I do my best.
Do you get auto smite, Smithy? At your level?
Smite isn't a thing for me.
I know, but clerics get something similar. It's just auto extra radiant damage on their melee attacks.
Oh yeah, blessed strikes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what level they get that. Do you have that?
8.
Yeah.
So I do technically have it, but it's not. It wouldn't have been enough for it to affect the thing.
No.
No.
Yeah, I was just like, just wail on it with your moonsicle. A moonsicle. Cool. Excellent. All right. Well, we need a D2 in chat, please, to choose between me and Ro. Bishop Blood, if you would do us the favor. Nat 20 on my die here. That's a sign. Nice. A 2. That's Ro. Favorite romance.
The
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Well, I was. It's got to be the I'm not sure what it was. Like, and Ro, you can clarify if you want, but it was either like a probing thing with Trish or an actual goodbye, where she's like, "You're hanging around then?" I was like, "Oh, you're off then." That's what it was, and that was, I think, probably like my favorite scene. To be honest, it was these two characters that didn't want to really say where they were at, and they weren't close enough to really like say what was underneath. So it was a bunch of kind of skating around the issue, so to speak. And yeah, it was very interesting trying to figure out where Silenox was, whether she was getting information, like if she was trying to get a read on her, or if she was actually going like, oh yeah, I actually assumed you were off. Either way, it's interesting. So I thought that was cool.
It also implied that Selenos could totally understand if Trish did want to leave. Which was really lovely. I loved... No. What's the bargain?
I had that written down, but I knew that would be everyone's. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll think of something else.
I did write a second one down as well, just in case. But yeah, that was so good. I loved it. Just, yeah.
I gotta go with the flirtatious espionage. That was fantastic.
Don't you say it. Shut your mouth.
You managed to be like, I could tell that you were Selenox doing the bit. Like, there were layers to the performance. It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. She felt so awkward. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Ro, favorite self? Bishop Blood said something similar. Yeah, the orgy moment. Where you revealed your true self. I'm like, In all seriousness, that intro was very good. Yes.
Oh, I think most of the ones that I would have maybe said have been mentioned, but I did quite enjoy getting through things. With the, well, you kind of let me do that with the strength check to get through
Investigation
things.
strength checks.
But then kind of like preening afterwards.
Yeah.
Like the whole like Selenox, like, oh yes, actually did this ridiculous thing, and then having the little like feather ruffles that come afterwards. So yeah, just playing with some of those kind of things. But yeah, I think my favorite moments were already kind of mentioned.
I also quite like, it was a little thing, but you were like, the first vampire! That was fun. Turning
My
down
second-
apotheosis, says Bishop Blood, and I agree, yeah. Like,
My
oh,
second
demigod.
one was the last word with said apotheosis guy. You're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, yes, we will see. Yeah, we will see. You know what we're going to do? See? Yeah, well, fuck you. Hang up.
Mic drop,
There was
leaves.
it was just a back and forth. And I loved that. Josh leaned in like he's playing an
My
arrogant
guiding star
character.
with all of these is that they're just desperate to chat with someone. They're bored, they're lonely.
Please stay on the phone.
Please.
Call me an asshole one more time.
Oh, God, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was so good. I loved that moment.
Yeah.
It was classic Selenox. Just like, it was like, yeah, take that, and kept going.
I love that you Like, I didn't choose which one you picked. That was you picked that one, and that's the one that could make you a vampire. I was like, perfect. Yeah. Well, that's lovely. Thank you very much for those. Well, I suppose we should probably talk about me then, seeing as it's amazing. We normally get me last. I love it. So yeah. Favorite DM moments.
I am. Oh, you go, Rach.
I was just gonna say, I love the line, "Thank you for dance. We teach whole tribe." It just
That
got
was
the
very
imagination
sweet.
rolling. It's great.
Nereg rolled a 1. Thank you very much.
Nailed it.
You fit in here very well, Nereg, because there was going to be somebody else who was going to do that. Yeah, that was a fun line. I enjoy being Helwa.
Helwa is a really lovely character because she's aggressively feminine, which is lovely. Just I was like, no, I dance and you dance too.
Bitches, get up. Oh, Helwa's found something else she likes. This will be like that dressing up in pink again all over.
Yeah. Should we tell her we kind of liked it? Shut up, man.
Yeah.
I like. I mean, I think I've said this every episode that we have the pillars in. I don't know what they're called.
Yep.
I really enjoy all the different characters that come out in the pillars. And the characterization that
You
goes
like
in.
Tenebrous? He's fun, isn't he?
That's what I have written down, old man voice.
Yeah, like just but yeah, they're
So
just
good.
yeah, like it's always a pleasure bouncing off different characters with you, and it's really fun to have the pillar characters where they come in for just a short amount of time.
One conversation.
Yeah, and I know like I really enjoyed doing the scene with you, but like I enjoy watching all of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bishop Blood says, I can't help but love my boy Willem. Yeah. I enjoyed being Willem today, yeah. Sorry, Jack?
No, all good. I was gonna say your performance as Willem sucked me right in when he was kind of having this quiet little battle with himself when it comes to his. I don't want to say morals because it sounds too kind of like it's actually a moral decision, but like his, I don't know, his preferences, his code, if you like, versus his reality, right? Because regardless of like oh yeah, but like I should make a deal because like I just shouldn't. It's the wrong thing to do.
The whole point of me is to make sure people don't do this.
Yeah, but like it's objectively a pretty good deal for him, and I think I could be wrong, but I felt like every character was kind of like, we're not going to tell you what to do, but like,
yeah, you could be alive again. You wouldn't
like,
look like you're alive, but you'd have a heartbeat, which is
you get to enjoy
a step
wine.
up.
You get to, you know.
But you also would risk dying. Yeah.
It's it was a lovely moment, especially like because I don't know if you could know this, internet, but missing sucks. I wasn't in a good mood. But his performance dragged me right back into the scene, and that was great.
I quite liked riding on that one. I quite liked Willem's bit to Smoothie when Willem is deciding whether or not to leave Smoothie be or stay. And Smoothie goes, "What?" And yeah, his no. I'm good to go with the ladies. Yeah, because he was like,
he's lovely.
This kid's having a rough time, and I'm considering staying just to watch out for him.
He is such a good dude, and unfortunately, it means that he's a bit of a like emotional punching bag because we're all going through shit.
Yeah,
the poor bastard.
Trish bickering with Willem while attacking the ghost. Yes, that was. I did enjoy that bit of Willem feeling peer pressured into picking up the jug. It's like, I don't think it's a good idea. No, all right. You want? I can get it. I'll get it. Yeah. he fits in quite well, surprisingly. And yeah, he's.
I was so happy to hear he wants to come back and do it again, because I thought we'd be saying about him, but he'll be back, which is exciting. Very cool.
Oh, working with you? No, that was always the deal. He would go with you. Yeah. You go and find all the things you need to find. Nereg, this is not a one-shot. This is an ongoing campaign. This is Season 3. This is Episode 2 of Season 3. And in this Humblewood world, this is the 10th season. There are other characters. There has been an awful lot of backstory. There is a whole other campaign going on Thursday nights. Yeah, there is a lot. There is a 3-shot starting this Thursday, which is brand new characters with one exception, back in the Humblewood, with a different DM as well, which is going to be quite interesting. Brendan will be taking the DM seat for the next 3 weeks, and then after that we will be back for the finale, the last 2 episodes of Monsters and Magic on Thursday nights. All the while on Monday nights, Midnight of Madness will be continuing on with Strahd. So yeah, there's quite a bit. Is Soot still technically with us? Soot did not come up with you guys. Soot stayed down at Argynvostholt. I believe because you told him to. But he is... No?
Why not?
Rose shaking her head.
It's a moot point. He's there.
Yeah. But yeah, he came into there, but then he was staying back, I think.
Right. So I think he was, let's say then, he was waiting outside for you.
So,
Yeah, because the fighting and he got overwhelmed, and then
Yeah, that's right. That is true. Well remembered. Yeah. So yeah, he meets you outside as you emerge with your cart full of gold. And Soot would appear, and we will have that conversation next week. Soot! In fact, he would come back and go, here?
Yeah.
No! No! Hasn't Rachel been through enough?
Awful.
awful.
This is his cousin you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like his
Well,
cousin.
if it's cool, we're just going to give you a fork. We're going to mail you a fork to stab yourself on the leg.
This is a week. You're getting a week's notice, and it's Rachel's turn to do the recap next week as well. Yep.
While the audience is just going, yes.
Narek has an interesting question. Jack, I'm going to throw this to you because Jack and I are both professional dungeon masters, but Jack is probably more experienced than I. Can I ask you for one tip as a DM?
Oh, good
As in,
lord.
like, any tip? As in,
Any
the
tip?
tip? Is that the question?
Tip.
Whatever the best tip I can offer, I suppose, is
Yeah.
how I... Yeah, okay. Listen and remember that prep is only going to take you so far because the players are going to go in a lot of wacky directions. So it's better to write dot points of here's the problem and don't have the solution. Because if you're anything like me, it'll just piss you off because they don't do the thing that you want them to do.
Yeah. I rarely write
and-
out how they're going to do it.
Yeah. So just have that and then let them solve the problem their way.
When I was first starting out, my solution was always I would make sure that there was a solution. And then if they found a different way, just know how it works.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's a different style. Good compromise.
But I don't even bother doing that anymore. I just assume you guys will figure out something. And yeah, you normally
Because then you're in
do.
the moment.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
way more fun. My recommendation is don't trust a CR.
It's bullshit.
CR is bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, don't trust CRs, and remember that rule of cool. This is their story, but you are part of it too. You get to win as well. What I always tell my players is I am trying to kill you, but I do want you to win. It's not fun if you don't actually try, but you probably won't succeed very often. And it's collaborative. It is, the whole point is not just, it's not all about you, but it's also not all about them. So I hope that helped, Nereg. We will go away from here now because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. But thank you very much, everybody, for favourite moments. Oh, I didn't say my own favourite self, did I? Did I?
No.
No.
Say it now.
Oh, no, I did.
Oh.
I did.
Willem.
Being Willem, like recognizing Smoothie doesn't want to chat. Yeah. I also like getting Chet back in. Chat's so much fun. It's such a lovely slow burn. It just keeps popping up. It's great. Yeah. So we'll go away from here now. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. We will be dropping a raid on the Eldritch Scribe this evening, who are playing some D&D instead of Baldur's Gate 3, which is D&D functionally, so you never mind. We will... look, it looks good. No abstinence cults today. I mean, the abstinence cult, if it's an orgy cult that gets dispelled, is that not an abstinence cult, Bishop Blood?
I think Josh is maybe suggesting that he wants a certain video game as like a donation.
Hey, look,
so
if somebody was to give me a present. I did not. I wasn't actually in any way saying
Happy
that.
3-year anniversary. No, I'm just
Look,
being a dick.
honestly, if it happened, that would be amazing. Look, so we will go away from here now. But guys, who the absolute heck have you been this evening? Let's go in reverse order. Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boats, but there was a rowboat in this episode!
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it was.
Jackson.
Yes.
I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can follow me on Instagram at Crowdventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the 2 large ears, and my many travel adventures and upcoming projects. Or you can see me here on Mondays. And yes, the boat was my spirit animal because boat.
Jack, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Jack Squarepeg, and I have nothing to do with pegs. I don't know. So yes, hello everyone. I am a professional dungeon master. Yep. Yeah, no, I know. It's right there. It's right there. Do it. Do it. I'm a professional dungeon master. You can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. You can also find me on all the socials and on Twitch as Jack Squarepeg. We're playing through Baldur's Gate 3 as the first ever D&D character I ever made. It's lovely. And there'll also be a Call of Cthulhu show with this very row very soon, which is set in Western time. So if that sounds like your cuppa, come on by, y'all. That's me.
Very well. Thank you very much. And Rach, who the heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social medias at Rachel Fukar, because that handle is literally never taken. I feel like saying it so often might be jinxing it, but I'm safe. I'm secure in that knowledge. And you can find the book that I wrote called The Rings of Mars on Amazon. It's only digital at the moment, but who needs paper? We've all got devices. It's a good book. It's about space and stuff. They're trying to get to Mars. Things go wrong. Espionage. It's great. It's fun. And if you don't buy it, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to stow you in my magical coat, and just summon you as needed. So try and be useful, I guess, if you want to get summoned. Tell me your skills, I'll put you in my coat, and you'll just be there if I need you. Or you could buy my book. That seems like the easier option.
My name's Thunder. I pull things really well.
I'll just summon you immediately.
Shove you back into
The physical book does feel nice in the hand, I will give you that. There is currently a supply and demand issue, and so Rach is working through that. Yeah. We will get back to you.
Do you guys know Rach wrote a book?
It's also, and this is kind of neat too, it's Dan's birthday today.
Oh my god.
Birthday happy, you too.
And Madame Monsieur, Dame Underherren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. Karen and I will be back tomorrow evening for some Roll Table for Tuesday, which is a wonderful game by Fights and Fancy. It is a 2-player DM-less roleplay game. We are now on our way to the Quartz Capital to fight the Grimed. And we are playing a really cute pair of characters based on Cypher and Trevor Belmont from Castlevania, and it's adorable. We slipped into characters really easily, and it's just fun. It's lovely. And then on Thursday night, Brendan Ellis will be taking the DM chair to run us through a Candlekeep adventure in Humblewood with Tali, and I will be playing one of the bought NPCs from Foxcall. I will be playing Gallo Briarspur, a monk, I think probably monk druid cross, just for a bit of utility, because monk druid is a really good combo, can guarantee. Monday night we will be back, same back time, same back channel for some more Humblewood Strahd, Strumblewood, if you will. We also are promoting this link for the Ukrainian people because Ukraine is going through a bit of a rough time right now, you may have noticed. So if you have any charity pennies in your digital wallet, please consider chucking them over to the Emergency Action Appeal at emergencyaction.org.au. And if you have anything over there, that would be splendid of you. We are also proudly supported by Wooten Forge. Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories create some of Australia's finest handcrafted tabletop accessories made of Australian and exotic hardwoods like this gorgeous Jarrah Dice Keeper. They can do laser engraving. It's all artisan quality, and some of their new stuff is now printed. They actually color printing on the wood some beautiful images like dragons and other TTRPG stuff. It's really, really cool. I saw it, and it's really amazing how bright the colors are even on something like Jarrah. Which is quite a dark wood. It's also got leather inlay. It's all gorgeous stuff. It's really, really pretty. Can strongly endorse. Head on over to woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and any purchases you make, we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champion. So you can support a West Australian business and a West Australian Twitch channel at the same frickin' time. How cool is that? Music has been Sirenscape. We've been Corsairs Cove and everybody here on it, and we will now go and drop a raid on the Eldritch Scribe. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Des, Raph, and the others where you came from. They're playing their Kingslayers campaign, so another heavy-duty, long-form narrative. Hope you enjoy it. And they have a special guest over there. I think he's actually now a permanent member of the cast. Nelderberry himself from Wooten Forge. Because they are also affiliated with Wooten Forge, because Wooten Forge get around and they're awesome peeps. So throw your favorite emotes up in chat. Tell them where you came from. Show them the love like we always do, and we will see you same bad time, same bad channel, on Thursday night for more Humblewood, on Monday night for more Humblewood, or tomorrow evening for some Roll Table for Tuesday. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.